Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host, the cultural commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host.
T.
And we're back with another episode of Hip Hop Goodness because we are the one show that actually talks about the hip hop music and the show that's actually consistent with it, unlike certain shows that want to start claiming that they are that now. I'm looking at you, Jeremy Hecht. But besides all that, we got a good show about us coming up. Joey Bada versus the West Coast, Absol's Control System, Snoop Dogg's It's a Crime, both 2 album reviews. And we got some stuff that we've been jamming. Some new news like Yeet and Uzi coming out with their snippet. Overcast, My Sworn Enemy, coming out with his album soon. Slick Rick finally coming out with his album in over 20 years. We got a whole bunch of news to hit. But before we actually get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video if you haven't already. And check out the social links down in the description down below, along with the artist submission form. And if you want to skip around to see what we're going to be talking about, go ahead, check the timestamps. All the show notes will be in the description down below, along with daily clips that are coming to the channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And we also have 2 exclusive shows. Let's Have a Conversation and the Dark Sages Interlude, when you want to see our perspective and the things that we really want to talk about niche-wise within hip-hop itself. But besides all that, B, since the last episode, how have you been?
Man, B, I've been busy, B. I've been busy, man, but I'm gonna get through it. I had to take the whip to the shop, V. Headlight was out. I don't know if I talked about that the last pod, but yeah, I finally took it to the shop. I think we did talk about it, but B.
We talked about it off podcast, I think.
Okay. They hit me across the head.
Oh.
B, why they be charging like that at the freaking
You went to the actual dealership, right?
I went to the dealership. And
That's
I
why.
had to get my my washer fluid pump replaced as well. Because the whole it broke off. I think it.
I be wondering, why does stuff be breaking so easily when you buy it, and it'd be like brand spanking new, dang near.
B, I was talking to my dad. My dad's like, yeah, they should. Man, they probably give you that for free, man.
No, it's the dealership.
$269. With all the labor. I'm like, my advisor gonna call me. He's like, oh yeah, it's not as much as we thought it was gonna be, So he's like, so yeah, that the quote we sent you at first, look, bro, B, it was like 50 cents off, B. It was like 50 cents or $1 or something like that.
Don't even
like,
talk to me about that.
Lower.
Don't even discuss them type of like incremental like changes to me, dog.
No, bro, B. I said, hold up, what was the change again? What was the difference? And he told me, I was like, all right, Justin, all right. Bro, that's like 50 cents off, bro. I was like, get off my phone, bro. I'll be up there in like 30 minutes, bro.
I mean, we couldn't exactly charge you for the piece, but we'll replace that in a labor fee though. Like what?
Right. Oh,
what's that little meme be where it says white shirt, $10, white shirt with a V-Lone logo, $500. Yeah. I'm like,
come on, relax. But yeah, V, that's how my weekend been. My week has been killing my pockets. But how you been, B?
I've been all right, B. Obviously getting vinyls, putting some pre-orders in. Got that new 8-ball MJG. Got a rock vinyl shipping. Keith Sweat literally just did a re-release of his like self-titled debut. I mean, not self-titled debut, self-titled sophomore album today. But I got to see if like other stores are gonna get it because I don't really want to pre-order on the store that they selling it off of. But I did go to this one place and I had to get the name of it because I forgot the name of it. But boy, that place was fire. It's a food place.
Okay,
food was fire. B soul food. Dang, I just gotta find I gotta find the address, but it's in Addison. Let me see.
Ooh, I think I know what you're talking
Street
about.
Bites.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one. Nah.
Fire. I got this thing called a Soulful Bowl, $30, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it was like 2 days worth of food basically in it. It had cornbread. I was able to choose 3 sides, so I chose yams, mac and cheese, baked beans, and I chose catfish as my like entree meat or whatever. I ate off that for 2 meals. I was like, yeah, that was $30. That was worth it. I'm like, this food is fire. It was good. You gotta go there, B, when you can. It's in Addison.
I might have to go because when I make soul food, I make a soul bowl as well because it's a company. I said company. It's a restaurant in Japan. I think in Tokyo. So people that was in the military, they just stayed out there. Some black folks, and they make it's the whole. I think the restaurant is called Soul Bowl, and all the soul food in the bowl. And I was like, hold up, I said I'm about to start doing that. So I've been doing it for years now. But B, is it FBA's cooking?
Oh yeah, they from Mississippi, B. They from
Oh
Mississippi, so they
yeah.
definitely FBAs. Look, they the most FBAs that we could ever imagine, B.
Hell yeah,
Hey,
no.
he said from Mississippi to Texas. I said, oh yeah, I know they cooking. Like you from the country? Oh yeah, I know y'all cooking. Y'all look,
Yeah.
B. Some of the drink choices, Kool-Aid. I was like,
Hey,
hmm.
bro, I was having a conversation with my wife probably like a few weeks ago, and I was just saying how like, what happened to Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid used to stay in the household, V.
Hmm.
I was like, my
Oh, it stays in
son,
mine. It stays in mine.
y'all still make it, bro? We
Hmm.
haven't made it, bro. I haven't made Kool-Aid in years.
I got a jug of it
Like
in
it
the,
was
in the in the refrigerator right now.
B. My son ain't gonna know nothing about the Kool-Aid, B, because
That's because
I
you
don't
gotta
make it no
start. You
more.
gotta stop buying them artificial juices. You gotta bring them up on the good stuff.
I like Kool-Aid, not artificial powder.
It's different though. It's FBA artificial powder.
you, you crazy, bro. But no,
B,
man.
did you see my tweet from a few days ago? I was having this argument with my coworker. He's a little bit
Uh-huh.
older than me, right? He's actually the person that trained me, and we was having this discussion because I said something, and I said Chris Brown's the only like R&B legend that we have that has like no classic album. He said, "What are you
I
talking
saw
about? He has multiple classics." I was like, "No, I said Justin Timberlake has more classics than Chris Brown." I'm like,
hmm
Justin Timberlake is closer to Michael Jackson than what you think Chris Brown is. He was like, "What are you talking
hmm
about? No, he's not. Chris Brown's at the peak of his game." I said, "But he has no classic album." And so we was going back and forth. He said, "Bro, put it on your podcast. Like, who got
hmm
like more classic albums?" I'm like, "Dog, I'm telling you, everybody's going to say Justin Timberlake. What are you talking about right
Facts.
now?" I'm like,
B,
Chris
I
Brown
even
has
said
no
it.
classic album.
I saw when you tweeted it. I picked Justin Timberlake. I'm like, Chris don't got no classics. He got classic songs, but not a full
Well,
body
see,
of
that's the
work.
thing, though, B. I'm still a bit apprehensive on that. Does Chris Brown really have classic songs like that? Because I was thinking about it like this, right? And I told my homie at work, I said, if you were to put certain songs against Chris Brown from Justin Timberlake's discography, Justin Timberlake is going to demolish Chris Brown. Especially if you put like his spades against Chris Brown's spades.
Mhm.
Chris Brown isn't winning. B, what can Chris Brown defeat by until the end of time by Justin Timberlake? What
Oh,
can he beat?
nothing.
What can he beat with suit and tie? B, Cry Me a River? Chris Brown ain't beating none of those.
hmm
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to spades, our jokers, Justin
hmm
Timberlake got them. Chris Brown, look, Chris Brown can't even defeat Usher.
No, no, no,
Usher
no.
got classics. Chris
hmm
Brown don't. He is the only R&B legend that has no like classic album.
hmm
And I love Chris Brown. His 20th year anniversary coming out this year. I want to talk about it at one point. But he has no classic album. He has never
I got
changed
you.
the course of R&B like that to me. He's been one of those, I want to say progenitors that were like really ahead of the time with meshing R&B and hip hop really like
hmm
too close together to where they were too synonymous. But besides that, he really doesn't have anything where he, at least in my head right now, has pushed the sound different forward. He should have been doing something like a Justin Timberlake did with Future Sex Love Sounds. He should have been doing something different to actually change the course of like R&B or like make an album with like a different sound. But he
I'm gonna say
don't.
this. This how I always felt like Chris Brown was. Chris Brown was super talented, but I always felt like he was. You know when you have the traditional, you like Usher, the dancer, the singer.
Hmm.
Chris Brown was the last of that, and he
Hmm.
actually took it further. Like you had Mario, you had like what's the
Maybe
other guy do that
Tank.
like no just the R&B and singing like singing that combo. You
Hmm.
had you had that used to be a
Oh, you mean
thing back
R&B
in
and
the day.
dancing?
Yeah, RB. I said, yeah, the RB and dancing combo that they used to
Hmm.
have, right? I say Chris Brown was the last of that. He was like that hybrid. He was the one that was like super successful. He had the look, he was tall, light skinned dude. The girls loved him, right?
Hmm. And
But
started at a
after
young
that,
age.
and started at a young age. After him, it was no more of that. Because Chris Brown was, they did all those projects. Like I said, I brought the Marios and all these other guys up. But Chris Brown was the one that stuck out. But he never to me, he has classic songs to me, but I understand he don't have that album or he don't have like that song that if you compare it to Justin Timberlake. But this is what I'm gonna say. What?
Look, V,
I'm just saying.
as soon as you gotta get readjust yourself in the chair, you be like, this is what I gotta say.
It's pretty much saying what you're saying. Chris Brown is not who they think he is. You get what I'm saying? He's not that guy. Like you said, Usher. Chris Brown just ended up being successful. He was like a prototype, not a prototype, but just the successor, or what do you call it? Yeah, the predecessor of like a
Yeah,
Usher
he was
archetype.
yeah.
He wanted to be like that, but he ended up taking off. But B, he wasn't like that.
He
To
never
me,
was,
vocally,
B.
nah, he wasn't. He wasn't like. He's dope though. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah,
not saying Chris
yeah.
Brown's not dope.
He's
I'm
our
just saying,
generation, of course.
yeah. But it's no more after him. I feel like you can't do that no more. Cause look, it's gone. They trying to bring it back. I don't know if you follow R&B Radar on Twitter.
Yeah.
They always posting like, kids that's out here trying. They like, oh, you got this new kid that's singing and dancing, and you got
Yeah,
this
like
other
the
kid.
guy that signed under Usher.
Yeah,
Like a
you saw
newcomer.
this one group that's trying to bring back New Jack Swing. It
hmm
just don't hit the same. It's just like it's like what they call it, reheating old nachos or something like that. It's some
Yep.
stuff that it's just some things you can't bring back because it's a more of a feeling, a vibe, a era. Like we're past that. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to
Mhm.
take away cell phones from us and have it's never leaving. You can't bring back the no technology life. Like where it's no nobody care about dancing no more. Nobody care about nobody care about a R&B singer that's dancing in the videos no more. It's not a thing no more. The boy group, get over it, guys. It's over. But Chris
It's kind of
Brown,
like when that one guy said on Twitter that they should bring back something like 106 in Park where they choose music videos. I'm like, it's too late for that. I'm like, this is gonna be like a G4 revival all over again. Yeah, the nostalgia is gonna
B.
hit you for the beginning, but it's gonna phase out so quickly.
It's gonna fade out so quick. And then plus, they talking about making a countdown show. People don't watch TV like that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And they want to do is look at the clips. You're gonna have to clip it up on YouTube. People just gonna be on YouTube watching the music video. Why would we have to
Mhm.
go onto a show to watch the music video? We don't do that no more. It's
Exactly.
over.
We have
TRL,
too
all
much
that stuff is
choice.
gone. Yeah.
Why would we
Bro,
want to
you
sit through commercials to watch a music video when we could just do
bro,
that on
they
YouTube?
people don't care about music videos. Only time people care about music videos in our culture is a Drake music video, just to make
hmm
fun of Drake or something, or a Kendrick video, just to see, oh, subtle shots. Oh, look at this, it's better than Drake's. But in that, who cares about a music video being out? Nobody cares.
Had a resurgence of it, but after that,
Nobody cares. Bro, I never heard
people
people like, oh yeah,
from that kind of.
yeah. They only care about the beef music videos. Nobody care about
Mhm.
music videos. Like, get out of here. Come on, bro.
But I'm not. But to bring this back, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to Chris Brown because Chris Brown, legend. But you know how
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, Jay-Z's a legend," and he was never the hottest guy out during the year that he dropped the album or
Mhm.
whatever. But Chris Brown is that, but he has no classic album to go with that though. See, that's the difference
Facts.
with it. Chris Brown always had, and I hate to say it like this, Chris Brown post Rihanna situation, right? He's never had songs that really like stayed on the radio like that are like timeless classics. Like he has some good songs like No BS, love it. I love when he was doing the mixtapes during the blog era. I love all that. But in terms of like hits, like These Girls Ain't Loyal, that stuff was like of the era. Like he's always made of the era music. And I know a lot of people get on Drake for those same type of things. Chris Brown is definitely a progenitor of that as well. Like he does that. Especially when
What's
he
that?
started doing 40 track albums. Oh my God, B. It was too much.
Chris always have a joint on the radio. Like he got residuals now, right? But look, I
hmm
know what you're saying. Chris Brown don't have a Adorn by like Miguel. That's what you're saying.
hmm
You don't have
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm saying.
timeless
Like,
song.
but B, think about everything off of Confessions by Usher. Chris Brown
Hmm.
don't have that. He don't have a
Yeah.
Confessions Part Two. He don't have a Burn. You Got It Bad. Caught Up. Superstar. Chris Brown does not have any of that. All of his hits
Hmm.
stay in that era. That's what it is. Like, yeah, we get nostalgic of it, and we like it, of course, because we grew up with it. But besides that, they never really last or stand the test of time overall.
And another thing I'm gonna do for Chris, I'm gonna give him a little leeway, right? What he did was wrong, the whole Rihanna thing, but I think that also held him back because let's say if we watched Chris grow without having that on his jacket,
Mhm.
maybe he would have got more push and had a song that could have had that feeling. Because you gotta understand, like the songs like Adorn, the songs like Usher tracks on the Confessions, they
Mhm.
had that radio play. It was a more that's when Usher, he was an adult because his when he was a young kid, we don't care about none of those songs from when he was young. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like put out music. So I feel like we would have watched Chris Brown grow without all the stuff with Rihanna on him. Maybe he could have got that from the radio or from got that classic feel. Because bro, I remember we couldn't escape Adorn. You could not escape that song when it was dropped. Great song. And look, I'm not trying to go to Miguel, but I'm just saying
It's a
one
good
thing about
example.
but one thing about Chris Brown, even though with the stuff he have on his jacket, he's still, he's winning his Grammys. He still have something played on the radio, but it don't have that big push because we know Chris Brown was for to be like out of here. We had
Yeah.
he for to be out of here, bro. But so that's the only thing hold him back on because
No, I
Justin
agree.
had
I
that.
agree. Even though Justin
Justin,
kind of had something like that on his jacket, because remember, a whole bunch of black people don't like Justin because of the
yeah,
whole Janet
B.
Jackson thing or whatever. But besides that, it's not as bad as the Rihanna thing.
When black people don't like somebody, nothing happens. We talked about this. When we don't like something, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If the power that be don't like you, if you do something like that, bro, Justin Timberlake ripped a titty out and Janet Jackson got in trouble. Like, yo, no, did it. He
Hey
did
B,
it.
that's that white power B. What they call it? White
What,
dang, what they
white
call it?
privilege?
Yeah, white
White
privilege.
privilege.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
B, come on. And after when Justin did that, Justin freaking put out freaking
2020
endless
experience.
time. Yeah, more
Yeah,
than that.
future love. Yeah.
He put out future love sounds after that. Like
It's like, yeah, we kind of scrubbed that to the side.
in the
It's
time, all
Justin.
end of the time was on 97, the box, all that. You know what I'm saying? It was
No,
on
until the end of
everything.
time, it's still on the radio.
On
It be
bro.
on the R&B station. I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, like, I think what the thing is, I think Chris Brown needs a neo soul album. I think that's the thing. He needs some type of neo, or at least he did back then. He needed something that was going to be genre defining or genre pushing. That's the problem. Chris Brown don't have no album like that. He isn't. His pen isn't as good as R. Kelly's, right?
Mhm.
He don't have he obviously he can't be he has to be in the status of someone like an R&B artist like an Aaliyah where you start off young but you got to push the genre forward. You got to
Mhm.
lock in with one producer and you got to really do something special. I
Mhm.
feel like Chris Brown is lacking that in his career, and I do agree with you that the whole Rihanna thing I think is what held him back from being able to do that. And at this point, he's just fighting to put out all these songs so that way he can make it out,
Mhm.
basically. Because say you do come out with an album like that, some people they might not attach to it that well, especially the mainstream audience. I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah. Hey, and bro just got locked up. I don't know if you seen the news.
Yeah, and then his tour starts. Literally, he gets out after his tour is supposed to be starting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I saw people playing. We're gonna move on with people was like, hey, they said, oh, he was young. Look, he's older and still getting in trouble. I was like, bro, hey, people gonna have that smoke for Chris Brown forever. Even though after all that happened, him and Rihanna was back together, sitting courtside at games, all that. But now, bro, it's still on your jacket.
Look, and
Still
the
on your
funny part
jacket, bro.
is people that talk about abuse and all that, like Kaylani, when they see her or like people like Victoria Monet at Chris Brown shows,
Hmm.
they're like, "What are you doing there?" It's like, dog, it's
Yeah.
Chris Brown. I'm sorry.
It's so crazy, bro. I just don't know. I wish we know the timeline or go to that Earth B where Chris Brown never did that. Like, how big would Chris Brown be if he would have never done that to Rihanna? I thought about that a few
Coming
times.
from Michael
Like,
Jackson.
you say what?
Like everybody what people think the weekend is, I think Chris Brown would have been way bigger than that. Like way bigger
Way
than
bigger.
that in the pop arena.
Because, like I said, Chris got that, bro. He's like B, singing, the dancing. He's the trifecta. He got
Yeah,
the
he's the
looks, the
last
mellow.
survivor of that traditional R&B artist
Hmm.
from back then.
Hmm. Yeah. Sorry, man. Just
Sorry, Chris
sucks.
Brown. But this is the
Yeah.
20-year anniversary of your album, so hopefully I can talk about it later this year.
Dang,
Maybe,
20 years?
yeah, of
What?
his
How
like
old is Chris
self-titled.
Brown now? 36?
Yeah, I think so. 36,
Because he was
37.
like
Because I remember he was
16
on.
when that dropped, right?
I think so. I'm not
Yeah, he's
sure.
36, bro. He turned 36 in May. That's crazy.
That's why Chris Brown is our generation.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
besides all that, I got a very important question to ask you. What have you been jamming since the last episode?
Yeah, I ain't been jamming much, but I got a few things we could talk about. I jammed SAILOR album. I don't know if you did.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, let's talk about it.
About it. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about it.
about it. How many times you listen to it?
I listened to it once. I wanted to listen to it again, but I had to remember I had to listen to Snoop. So the Snoop is what
Yeah.
took away from that second Sailor listen. But I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it as well, B. I, I,
Uh,
I br-
Go
I
ahead. Go ahead.
breezed through it the first time, and then I actually got a full listen to it this morning just to like get a
Mm,
refresher. And I enjoyed it as well, man. You know, she I know she's facing a little a cultural appropriation type of
yeah.
controversy. And I saw her little response. I know we talk about the music, but I just had to bring, add a little context of like who
Yeah, we
she
got.
is,
Yeah, we got to
Sailor.
bring this in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was like, all right, let me listen to this album. So I listened to it. I understand the controversy, B.
Wait, so was you gonna listen to the album before her response, or did you listen to it after the response?
I listened to it after, but I was gonna listen to it because
Okay.
we talked about it last week. But me
Hmm.
seeing that made me go, all right, let me go check this out just to see what the controversy stems from.
Hmm.
And yeah, beyond, I kind of understand it because hearing her talk in an interview,
It
it's
don't
a little
reflect
different.
what how she was singing. It doesn't reflect the words, or
Yeah,
as they say on Twitter, the AAVE,
the
the
AAVE,
African
huh? Yeah,
American vernacular, whatever it's
vernacular.
called, whatever that term is called. I forgot the acronym itself.
But
But
B,
basically, when you're talking about talking like a black, god dang it,
right. But B, I can't lie.
music
Good
fire though,
tunes.
music
Some good
fire though.
tunes. I was like,
What
hold up.
I'll be saying, ethical hoops.
Hey, bro, I was vibing. I was like, hold up, bro. I like the sincerity was dope. I was like, man, that was a dope track. Bitches Brew, not bad. I was like, hold up, bro. I'm
Hmm.
vibing with this.
Hmm.
It's nothing on here. I was like, yeah, I'm good with. I like that she kept it short and sweet. It's like an introduction, but
Hmm.
she gave you some vibes, B. And then I could tell
B,
that she's a scissor baby a little bit. She gave me a
I
little
about to
scissor
say
vibes.
let's come on. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. She sounds like
Hmm.
SZA.
She sound like scissor
Except
B.
to me, she sounds like a more clear SZA.
Hmm.
That's the thing.
Cause
I can
scissor.
hear what she's saying well.
So I went to she has a Wikipedia, and I didn't watch no interviews or nothing, but they say her influences was like it was a lot of people not named SZA though. I'm like
The one
you
person she sounds like.
I'm like the person you sound like the most that you grab most of your art from, like your
Hmm.
style. You didn't even list her as an influence. You probably could find it in an interview, but this was Wikipedia I was on. But like,
Hmm.
come on, man. I'm like, get out of here.
Your
Cause you a
facts,
you a SZA baby.
facts,
SZA
complete
loved
SZA
those.
baby.
And check out the cover. SZA loved those bugs. Come on, SZA
Hmm.
had gave birth to her, bro. Come on, get out of here.
Oh
What
my
you think, B?
god.
What you think, B?
Overall for me, the project is called from Florida's Finest, and to me, the one thing I liked about this project, right, is that Sailor doesn't take herself too seriously. So that was
Hmm.
the one thing where I was just like, all right, this feels jovial. It feels a bit young, but it feels like there's a lot of fun to be had with it. She's obviously using a lot of hip and young terms that we all like know and can understand right now. So I think this is definitely going to be a product of its time because later on, when these words ain't really being used, it might be harder for certain people to attach to it. It's kind of like on Mean Girls when they say the word fetch, and they're like, dude, that's not going to catch on or whatever. That kind of reminds me of a lot of the vernacular she's using. I know she got a lot of flack for using the term Pookie in one of her songs for Pookie's Requiem. But overall, for me, I think, yeah, the only songs I didn't really like, and that's because they weren't songs, was the interludes itself. But I do like the fact that she has a lot of fun with this project. Vocally, she comes off a lot like SZA. She's never going to beat those allegations, sadly. But I think she makes enough of her personality be shown on here to where it's like, you're not a SZA. SZA comes off very, it comes off a bit more serious, but also very delusional with SZA. This it comes off like fun delusional, like she's just like crazy in the head. And she accepts this and she puts it on wax, and I enjoy this right here. Not saying I don't enjoy SZA. SZA is come on, SZA. But I'm saying for someone like this, while she does sound like SZA, she makes it enough of her own to where the music and subject matter itself, it doesn't sound like SZA in terms of like lyrically. Obviously,
Yeah,
she's not
cause
lyrically gifted like SZA. It sounds very young. It sounds a bit
mhm.
immature-ish. It sounds very toxic. It has those things about it, but I really do like this project overall, though. I get the whole cultural appropriation thing, but she was like, "Hey, I make music. I understand the space I'm in, but I'm still making music. I put work and effort into this. So it's like if you're gonna listen to it, you're going to. If not, then hey, you're not."
Yeah. Yeah. She has some little catchy little things she was saying, but yeah, when it comes to like lyrical content of like songwriting, like SZA, yeah, it's above, especially because SZA speaks on all type of other things like women, uh, insecurities and things like that. She kind of, she didn't really
certain
get in
relationship
depth like,
dynamics
yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah, stuff like that. So, come on, Normal Girl is one of my favorite SZA songs. Drew Barrymore, come on, classic.
Hmm.
Control is my favorite SZA project. I think it's her best
Hmm.
work. But
Hmm.
anyways, but Sailor, like you said, B, it was cool, man. Like a lot of playfulness. She said one line, "At least you effing me when you bending me over, when you bend me over, whatever." What'd she say?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I forgot the lyric,
at
but I
least you
know.
bending me over when you effing me. That's what she
Mhm.
said. Yeah, little stuff like that. I'm like, okay, she getting effed over, but at least you bending me over. All right, okay, I got you.
And that's why I'm talking about that playful nature of like she don't take it too
Hmm.
seriously. Like it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, you're saying like these things that are hurtful, but it's like you kind of making a joke out of it, where it's like, all right, I ain't gotta feel bad for you now.
Yeah. So I think it was a cool project.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
thought
listen
it
to
was
it
a
a
cool
little more.
project as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely in that. If you like SZA, you might like this. This is in that same
Mhm.
range of like R&B pop, more heavy on the pop leaning stuff, but R&B vocally wise. So yeah. I enjoyed this project. Sailors from Florida's Finest. She turns into a roach, like the Animorph covers from back then when we was in school. Some of you guys actually might be too young for that reference. So yeah. But B, since we both talked about that project, do you want to go next? You want me to go next? What we doing?
You can go next since I started off first.
All right. So I tried to get through some of my backlog of music that I wanted to listen to, and I listened to Soul Child's "Bad B Words Could Be Conscious Rappers Too," little 2-pack EP. I thought it was cool. I've talked about Soul Child on here before. She's like in that J. Cole Rhapsody lane of like underground rapping women, and so I thought these were two cool songs. Not much for me to say about it because I only listened to each of these tracks once, but overall, as Don would say, like I say, ethical hoops, ethical rapping.
Hmm.
Uh, I enjoyed it, but I am waiting for an album. I do want another project from Soul Child because I liked her previous two or three projects that she came out with. But yeah, this little 2-pack to hold people over, her on the radar freestyle that she had like a few months ago during Christmas. I think that she's been doing a really good job so far. But yeah, bad B words can be conscious rappers too. Like I said, she's in that Rhapsody and J. Cole vein of like rapping and production styles and stuff like that. Overall, I enjoyed it. But B, what's your next project and or song?
Oh man, my next song is gonna be, a friend of the show, technically with Quadry. He dropped a little single, I think like a week or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's called My Friend the Fugitive. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, he's still playing on his storytelling of like, I don't know if this stems from the last album, but it's a quick song, like a minute 22 seconds. But he's good doing his storytelling thing over some dope production by I think his name Me or whatever. I think they should do more work together, man, because this sounded really good. I liked it. I love the beat on it. I love how Quadri raps on it, bro. And if you guys want to check it out, man, check it out, man. Check out Quadri. I thought it was a little longer at first, but I looked at it like, dang, it's a short song, but
Mm-hmm.
it was cool though. Cool listen. But B, I think that's it.
That's it for you?
B, I didn't get to listen to much, bro. I got it to listen to the Amine album, but I didn't finish it,
Mm-hmm.
and I totally forgot the Valet album. B, I'm so mad. I played one song the first, and I was just like, ooh, I can't believe I forgot. Dang, I totally forgot, bro.
I
So
forgot the Valet
that's
came out as well. I
so
forgot
that'll
as
be
well.
so next week on what I'm jamming. Those two albums will be on there because I'm definitely gonna listen to those
All right.
this week. So what about you?
So I'm gonna go ahead and hit these real quick. I listened to Nav's Deluxe for On My Way to Rexdale. I listened to Deluxe, and there's a cool little few songs that he put on there. I wish he would have made this a separate EP rather than adding it to a deluxe because sometimes when it comes to this deluxe name, it's like I get why you doing it, but it's like I rather if you just put these on like some separate EP of like the Return to Rexdale or something like that because it's in that sonic vibey range that Nav usually goes over with the atmospheric production. Nothing too heavy, but he did have a few songs. I was like, oh, okay, you caught my attention with these Nav. But overall, I did like the collection of songs that he had on here. I just wish that I feel like the album itself had a cool ending already at the end. Adding these deluxe tracks, I'm just like, kind of stretching the album out, even though the original album was like 30 something minutes, and now it's 50 something minutes with these deluxe songs. Next thing I listened to, Neverland by Kid Cudi. Definitely in that
Mhm.
emo rockish
Mhm.
vein. Actually was cool with this song from Kid Cudi. I'm like, all right, this is the Kid Cudi I wanted back because Man on the Moon 3 was not it. Insano, not the Nitro Mega Pack because that one was fire, but Insano was not it. Man on the Moon 3 was not it. This was it. I'm like, all right. Cudi's being his unique self, which I really enjoy Cudi doing because I don't like it when he's trying to sound like everybody else. To me, it's just whack. Um, I gotta talk about another thing. Timeless remix with Doechii on there. I
Oh,
had to
I
see what
listened to
all the
that.
hullabaloo. You did?
Yeah, listen, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Don't talk about this, B. I didn't like this. I also am in the vein of like I don't think this song needed a remix. I'm like whatever the remix is, it's not going to trump the original song. So I was like I don't need a remix. Doechii to me didn't have presence on here. To me she didn't fit on the song. This felt like a label slash power play. It didn't feel genuine. I'm like she just wasn't needed, especially with a song like
Hmm.
this. Especially when it's in the vein of the actual album itself. This this song was not needed. Also, I heard Weeknd that your movie is garbage, but that's besides the point. But yeah, this right here, it didn't need a remix, but also to me, Doechii wasn't a commanding force. She didn't have good presence. Obviously, Doechii can rap, yes, we all know that, but she just wasn't a good fit on this song, nor did this song need a remix. B, what are your thoughts?
I didn't remember it. I listened to it and don't remember it. That's how that's how I felt about the song.
Yeah, um,
I totally forgot I listened to it, B. I totally forgot. I did. I listened to it.
it
But I know she
we
kind of
cannot
got
say
her
it
look
exists.
her Kendrick little felt like a little Kendrickish.
You talking
How
about that
she
little
tried to
voice, that little high
the
pitch
little
thing with the
the
flow?
little high pitch and then the little flow she tried to get into. But other than that, bro, I'm like, this song didn't need a remix, bro, at
Yeah,
all.
it didn't. I really enjoyed the original version. This is not to say that we hate Doechii because I know a lot of people are riding the hate train for Doechii right now. But yeah, this song just wasn't needed. I know I've seen a lot of people hating this on Twitter, and I'm like, are these people that are genuinely hating it, or are y'all just haters of Doechii? Listen to it, I'm like, the haters got a point. They got a point. And the last
Hate
thing I
is
listened
valid.
Yeah, facts. Last thing I listened to, shout out to that boy Z2 Legit. He came out with a collab project with Cash and Grim, who I have not heard of, called Cash
Hmm.
2 Legit. It's a little collab project that those two had together. Z2 Legit.
I,
I
dang, I
was
didn't
familiar
check it
with your
out.
game. I didn't know it came out until showed me in my Spotify, and I'm like, oh, okay, finally Spotify's doing its job like it's supposed to. Z2 Legit, man, you gotta text me when you coming out with the projects, man, because a whole bunch of music comes through our pipeline, especially through the news outlets. You gotta let us know, man. We can put this stuff on the music releases. But
Oh,
yeah,
you talking
Cash
about
to
this?
Legit.
What it's
What?
called again?
Cash to Legit, like
Yeah,
Z2 Legit, but you
yeah,
put a
yeah,
cash in front. Yeah, and
yeah.
so it's called in parentheses Spoken Chrome. It's like that. It's that Texas to LA like connection type thing
Dang,
happening.
did he tell me about I was with him last week. I don't know if he told me about this one, but he got something coming out with his brothers, bro. Little sneak
What?
peek.
Oh, he gave you the little sneak
Oh
peek.
yeah. And he also shout out to my guy, bro. He was doing a little show in LA today. This weekend. He been out
Oh,
there.
that's fire.
He was telling me, and I've been seeing him on Snapchat, but he told me last week that he was gonna be out there. So he out there, V, doing him a little show. You know what I
Hey,
mean? Hey
hey!
man, I'm happy.
Congratulations to Z2 Legit, man. I'm happy to see him living his dream, man.
Yes, sir. He was telling me some stuff, bro. Hey, that boy out here putting in the work, V. He
Hey,
ready.
hey, pulling a few strings, giving the boss calls. Hey, I
Mm-hmm.
respect it, man. But yeah, I listened to this project. It's less than, I think it's around like 30 minutes, maybe. It was a cool
I
little
think it's
track. It was very fun,
23.
vibey. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, it was cool, fun. It got me in that fun vibe, and I like the fact
Mm-hmm.
of Z2 Legit is he's definitely gotten better, especially when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
being on beat. Because we reviewed his first project about a bag, enjoyed that. But coming to this, I'm like, all right, I see that you've upgraded in certain things, and I'm like, all right, you've upgraded in your quality, how to make these songs, better hooks,
Mm-hmm.
better beat selection as well. And like I said, just flowing on the beat itself. I really do enjoy it. I'm liking the progression that I'm seeing from Z2 Legit. And shout out to Gash Grimm because he was definitely a cool like not
Add on.
offsetter, but a cool balance to
Okay.
balance out Z2 Legit. That way, he's not doing all the work. He has someone else to bounce off of and make a collaborative project with this. But yeah, Cast 2 Legit, Spoken Chrome. Make sure y'all check that out if y'all have not already. And B, that's about it for what I've been jamming.
All right, man.
Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get on to the news section of the show where we talk about music releases, announcements, and hip hop news and current events. But let's start off with the music releases and announcements. Currensy Metro Boomin, Mink on the floor. No date yet, but a collab project between these two is coming soon. B, you excited for this? No.
Definitely not.
No.
I like Currency, but Metro Boomin, get out of here. He could EP it, I guess. Be executive producer or something, but I don't need.
You don't
But
need all
hey,
that
I might
Metro.
be surprised. They come out and I'll be like, hold up. I wasn't familiar with your game, Metro. But nah, I'm good. I'm just not I'm just not the biggest Metro guy. I don't really care for Metro like that. So
All right. I'm not really. I'm interested to see what this is because Metro could give you that cinematic trap feeling. What is the type of stuff that he's going to lace Currency with? That's what I'm really questioning. So I am going to listen to it when it comes out, but I'm not like super hyped for it because I am kind of going through Metro Boomin fatigue with his album, the two future albums. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Plus,
a
he's
little
supposed to be
black
coming out with an album
fatigue.
with Young Nudie. I've never fatigued the future. Pause. Next piece of music releases we have Rock Marciano and Ab Soul supposed to have a collab on the way. I saw this on I saw someone post this from Instagram, and I'm like, is Rock producing? Is Rock rapping? Absol's obviously going to be coming in with the raps. This is literally what we are talking about. B we was talking about in that Absol video. I think B pulled a few strings and we made the boss call this time.
Nah,
BBC
but
boss calls. B. That's all I'm saying. This whole
hey,
episode. BBC boss calls.
maybe because I think I saw some mummers, some little whispers about this, probably like last month. But I think if they do something, Rock would probably be producing it. He might have him a little verse, you never know. But I think if he produced it, it'd be I think it'd be better. I don't know if I want to hear Ab Soul and Rock kind of bounce off each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how
Mhm.
that's gonna sound because you know how it kind of give me a Freddie Gibbs and Currency thing. Even
Currency.
though because people be like, God dang, Freddie washing him. I'm like,
Me.
Freddie, a good amount of people say I don't think Freddie was washing him. It's just Freddie has more presence on the mic. Freddie is more energetic, and I feel like with Ab Soul, not saying these guys are like Ab is way more energetic than Rock, but he does have more presence to me on the mic. Like
I agree.
Rock, you know what I'm saying? So I think it won't, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. I would love to be wrong because I love them to be goaded together. But I don't know. I think I like Rock probably handle production, maybe do one song with each other. But I like to hear Ab-Soul rapping on some of these beats and see how he get. Because sometimes Rock can give you a good pack, but sometimes when he produce some stuff, I don't know if it's like the rapper or the production sometimes, because sometimes like it just don't hit. It don't give me that
Mhm.
same hit, but because I know he's gonna crazy throw some crazy like sample loops on Ab, and I he has some loops. I mean, it's like some samples that sometimes it's like, dang, Rock, this sample right here is just annoying right here, bro. Especially it's that one sample on Marciology. I
Mhm.
can't think of it right now, but it was one that just pissed me off, bro. I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. It's like this little loop. He'll do little stuff like he'll
You
sample like
gotta
this
show me the
loop and
song
just
after the stream. I
yeah.
mean, after that
I'm gonna
episode.
have to
That's
find it, bro. I'll be like, ugh, this just make me mad. But nah, I hope they do something together, man. And I will be listening to that for regardless. And if he rocking with Rock, we gonna get some vinyl.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and we running up on the 15th anniversary of Control Systems, and I need that physically. You know, what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
need my hands on
Facts.
that. I need my
Facts.
hands on that. But yeah, I think this is dope news. So I think this is dope news.
For me, only thing, and now specifically, I'm talking to you, Rock. There are these things where you put in the beat and like it creates this boom sound when you in the car. It attributes to the bass. Usually, you need an actual system to hear these things. I just need you to put those things called drums in the goddamn production. Put some 808s, put some bass, do anything. Absol's gonna flow. He's gonna command the presence. He has his personality and a character about him. He has charisma. Soul is not the one I'm worried about, especially if he's gonna be in the room with a rapper's rapper. But I need that rapper's rapper to know what some drums are. God dang it! I need him to put some 808s, some bass in there. I need solo to be flowing on bass. I gotta be able to jam this. B.
But
I'm not trying to listen to headphone music. I'm trying to listen to car blasting music, rapidy rapping on there.
soul could sound good on some soulful jazzy beats, no drums.
Yeah, but
he gonna
B,
flow on
I
it.
need I need those drums, B. I need those drums. I haven't heard that Knowledge the Power guy because one of my coworkers told me about that.
The
Shout out to
pirate, now
him.
it's the
Yeah,
pirate.
Knowledge the Pirate. I haven't heard that album, but I'm like, I wanted to give it a try, but I'm like, if Rock is on that no drum ish, I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind.
Your coworker a fan of Rock Marciano?
Yeah, because when I first got there, we met. He was like, "Oh," I told him I do I do the music show or whatever. He
Hmm.
said, "Who you listen to?" I said, "I listen about everything." He started naming some rappers. He likes Ransom.
Okay.
He said, "You like rock?" I said, "Ooh, I love rock." I said, "But I like a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
them
yeah.
drums, though." I said, "I like him on drums."
Yeah,
He's like, "When he's with
him and
Alchemist, he's
Knowledge,
cooling."
him and Knowledge the Pirate got an album out. I think, yeah, Rock fully produced it, I believe. But yeah, that's his guy. They work close together, man. Him and
Yeah.
Knowledge dope. I just haven't checked that out yet. Let me put that in my library real quick. I seen
Yeah.
it, but I didn't put it in my library.
Yeah, my coworkers told me about it. I saw the vinyl drop for it, and I'm like, do I need to dive into that? I'm trying to see. But yeah, he be putting me on the newer music that be coming out, from like that camp of the rappers like the
Hmm,
Lloyd
hmm.
Bankses and all that type of stuff. But let's go on to the next piece of music releases and announcements that we have. Commons B is getting a 20-year anniversary edition on streaming with 11 added tracks. NFR tried to steal my sauce because they was not going to talk about that until they saw me post it. This is why I don't post or reply to anything NFR on Twitter. Culture
Hmm.
vultures. But besides that, I'm happy for Common getting the B 20-year anniversary release. We already did a review on one of the episodes. The actual review video at the time of this recording has not come out yet because I scheduled it to come out on the actual day of the anniversary itself. But 11 added tracks to B. I know one of my mutuals said, I hope Common doesn't F up a classic with these deluxes. I'm like, how can you F it up? Just listen to the original version. You don't need the deluxe. It's not going to F it up. Just don't listen to the deluxe if that's the case. Just listen to the original. It'd be different if he's taking the original off of everything and you can't get the original no more, but it's probably still going to be on there. But yeah, I think some of the stuff that's going to be added on there is like instrumentals, which, me, I'm going to be probably at work, listen to the instrumentals. I'm going to be acting like I'm rapping. I got to get a kufi though. Hanama, like, I'm going to be doing that in the whip. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, B, are you hyped for this?
Hype, no, because I already have B. You know what I'm saying? I already have the album. There's just a little 11 tracks, gonna be a few instrumentals, maybe like three unreleased tracks or whatever. Not too hype. It's dope though. Give it some type of treatment, show it appreciation to the hip hop. This is a dope album. Pretty much like everybody's favorite Common album. This
Mhm.
is a hip hop classic. So it's dope. Do we know if there's any merch or any like record, vinyl, CD, tape, anything that's coming out for this? We don't know.
We don't know anything of that yet, but I'll make sure I give Common a call after this
Yeah.
episode, see what's
Yeah.
happening with that, so that way I can let the people know.
Yeah, I know.
Pull
I
a
know
few
that's your
strings with that.
guy. I know that's your
Yeah,
guy, man. Y'all, y'all rock tight, you know what I'm saying? You and Common, you
hmm
know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I just he sent me two of his vinyls last week,
Yeah.
Resurrection and One Day It'll All Make Sense. Yeah, it's cool,
He
cool. You
probably
know what I'm
he
saying?
probably even he probably don't even own his own vinyl.
Oh, that'd be crazy. No, that's crazy. He probably owns the original. He probably don't got the new stuff. Yeah, I don't rock with that colorway stuff. I'm all black, baby. I'm all black like the women I like, baby.
I don't forget. It used to be this guy that used to be on a hip hop vinyl collection on IG on Instagram. He was a part of the community. He was like, I got the black because I got the black because I don't care about those fruity colors. I want black wax. Y'all fruity. He was saying something else. Get the
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the
yeah,
fruity
yeah, yeah.
color.
He was bringing real hip hop back, me, wasn't he? He was bringing real hip hop back.
Hey
A real
B,
hip hop collector, me.
hey, and he was one of the super hip hop white boys, bro. They don't be caring, bro. Saying anything. Those super hip hop white boys, bro, from Boston, bro. Don't play with them, bro. They be ruthless. They be ruthless, B.
I've never heard of people that even live in Boston. B. What are you talking about?
What you
I thought
mean?
only baked beans come from there, B.
Come on, bro. We got Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Come on,
Oh, the
man.
Boston
Hey,
market.
hey, we got the town from Boston, bro. Come on, man.
Only thing I
We
know,
got we got New
ain't
Edition.
Guru from there?
Yeah, Guru. We got New
Yeah.
Edition. There's a lot of Bostonites out there, man. I think Bostonites.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Next piece
Nah.
of news release that we got. Yee and Uzi have a new song coming out. The snippet came out. B, go ahead, tell me why you want to hate on this. Go. B, come on, we not gonna talk about this.
Hey,
This is what we've been
V,
dreaming
Dylan,
about.
you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of the whole like, oh, we're gonna have like this VHS tape or like this green. I'm like, man, get up out of here. This night vision type of
Come
man.
on, B.
This is
Green is youth
trash.
color. Ah, see, you're hating.
Trash. Get
You're
this out of here.
hating. You're
Hey,
hating right now. This is the old man show. No.
Uzi. Come on, man.
I
You the
actually
GOAT,
re-listened to
Uzi.
Pink Tape this weekend too. I forgot to put that in what we've been jamming. I re-listened to it.
Uzi, you a GOAT, bro. Don't don't belittle yourself and go down and work with someone so meek as Yeet. Don't do it. And you're doing it. Relax. Bro, be yourself. I know that the kids are calling you washed. You're proving them that you're washed by being in the same room as a man that wears a turban. We don't know what ethnicity he is. We don't know if he's white, Arab, Mexican. He is racially ambiguous.
Y'all see how he
Uzi,
disrespects the
be the
goat like
GOAT
this?
you are and don't talk to Yeet. Don't be by Yeet. Get in your own zone. Get back to the old Uzi we love. Finessing hearts. Glow up. We need that Uzi back, man. You can do it, bro.
And that has been another segment from the old man from the retirement home. Back to you, Chase.
Back to you, Dick.
uh, next piece of news release because we're not gonna listen to all that hogwash that he has happening over there.
Oh my
Um,
God.
this bum, Overcast, he's coming out with a new project with the iron. It's not May 30th. Effing washed, no haircut, having behind Negro. Yeah, he's coming out with a project. He's only known for
Bro.
producing for. So yeah, he's coming out with a project. I'm gonna give him a little sympathy, pity listen. Allegedly, I might have been sent this project a little bit earlier, and I might have heard it. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying, from him because he said he was dissing the BBC all over this. So he is a bum still, my sworn enemy. Yes, f him as always. He told me that we have the worst takes on here, even though he f's with my co-host, but he doesn't f with me. That's all right. He can't talk about my edge up when he doesn't have one. I don't know why he even put my name in there. Even my Dark Sages interlude cover is better than all the covers he ever had for any of his projects. We still gonna look. I'm gonna check this bum out. May 30th. Like I said, allegedly I might have heard this.
B,
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, go ahead, B.
what you say to him when he tweeted this or something like that? You was like, I can't wait to
Oh,
what?
oh, I can't wait to crap on this. I'm gonna give this a hate listen. This is gonna be a hate listen for real. I'm gonna give y'all my real thoughts, but I'm gonna add some hate to it as well, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, allegedly, I might have heard this. Maybe allegedly, right?
And we
Because he
we
allegedly sent it to me. Even though
we
we the only
produce.
people that talk about Overcast over here. We're the only people that talk about Overcast in general. But keep going, B.
I'm just saying, we give good hate over here. It's good, fun hate. But look, like you said, B,
Keep it
this
pumping.
guy trying to get him some pub, gonna say that we the worst hip hop show on YouTube, right? But
Uh-huh.
nigga, you only know about the worst hip hop. We the worst, but we cover you. Like
You
we talk
facts.
about you, but we the worst. That's crazy. That's
I'm about to say because
crazy.
I don't see Dead End, Needle Drop,
Curtis
the Company
King, none of them
Man,
do.
Curtis King, Top Five Troy. I don't see none of them Negroes talk about you, but the one Negroes that was trying to help put you up on the map, because obviously we put you on the map. You want to diss me? I
All
though.
right, bro.
Like
Come
I
on,
said though.
Overcast.
Yeah, facts.
And I rock with Overcast,
Overcast.
man. I rock with him, bro.
Hey,
I
I was,
rock
I
with
was
him.
about look. He wanted to start trying to flirt with me on the TL and all that. Yeah, I'm about to bring
Yeah.
the real hip hop word back, B. But
Hey.
yeah, like I said, allegedly, I might have heard this before. Allegedly, I might have heard this. I'm not gonna lie, I
Mhm.
did enjoy what I allegedly heard. You get what I'm saying? But when the iron's hot, May 30th, he's a bum still. But yeah, I'm gonna give that a pity sympathy listen. Next piece of news we got Slick Rick Victory, his new album that he hasn't dropped an album in over 20 years. June 13th, executively produced by Idris Elba.
Hold up, what? Idris Elbow? What
Lottie
is
Dottie, I'm American Gangster Party. Like, I
Yo,
don't
chill out,
know.
bro. Chill out. You can't you be disrespecting Slick Rick, bro.
I got an eye patch. I can't do with the eye patch. Like, no, come on, bro. That's how he's gonna rap on here.
You said Lottie Potty, a Black American Potty. What you say?
That's a Lottie Dottie American Gangster Party.
Yo, don't do the Slick Rick the ruler
Nah, he
like that,
go, hey,
bro.
maybe he might hit the Will Smith. He maybe like Lottie Dottie. I like the party, but not by myself. You know, I came with
He was
somebody.
somebody. You know what he say?
He said
What
about
Will
Udu
Smith say?
Die in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I'm out of here. You know, sometimes, bro, when I do my library and I see that song, I mean, go to that. I always play that part, bro. Alabi. Hey, come on, bro.
What do you say? He said me and Jazzy Jeff is like Michael and Scotty.
Buddy. Like, why rap, bro? Why rap? Hey, quit rapping. Get acting. Get rapping. Stop
Hey, B,
rapping.
hey, B, what's worse, that or Big Sean's humming the flow? Humming the dough.
Nah, I'm gonna have to give it to Will Smith, bro. I'm gonna have to give it to that flow is a lottie dottie who he likes the body.
But now by myself, I came with somebody.
With somebody.
I'm out in Dubai in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. All right, bro. We can't do this Slick Rick like that, bro.
Yeah, Slick Rick, one of the people that very that innovated in storytelling hip hop, along with Ice Cube and them. He hasn't dropped in over 20 years. Slick Rick, I'm like Slick Rick with the chains and all that. So I'm ready to see what he's gonna be talking about on this album right here. Hopefully it's nothing whack, no whack beats. I need great production. Maybe this is coming out under Mass Appeal's whole little 7 album thing deal happening. So I'm not excited to hear where this is going to go, but I am very intrigued to see where this is going to go. B, your thoughts?
I'm only thing I'm really thinking about is what Ildrid's gonna do. Ildrid has a musical background. He used to be a DJ. He actually raps. He raps as well. Not he don't rap well. He raps as well. But
yeah, as well. Like
as
also.
Well. Like also he raps. And he acts. What's up with the rapper actors, B? You know, we talked about Will Smith.
Hey, maybe he wrote for Will Smith, B.
But Slick Rick haven't released the album. You said what, around like 20 years? I'm interested, you know, because we have an Unk section. We like to talk about the Unk musics. And is Slick Rick an Unk or is he a grandpa? Like at this point, like, what is he? Is he Unk?
He's grandpa.
He's been around for a minute, bro. So this Gramps rap.
Yeah, facts. This is going along with the Ice Cube stuff, B, basically. Last time I heard Idris Elba on an album, and it wasn't him rapping, was on American Gangster by Jay-Z, which I think is Jay-Z's best album. But yeah, maybe he might be doing some.
He's
of the
60 B.
On there.
Yeah, Slick Rick's 60. These Gramps raps.
Yeah. So hopefully they don't sound as dusty. That's all I gotta say.
A lottie dottie.
Cop shot the kid. Cop shot the kid.
Hey, it's so crazy, right? Like, okay, before we move on about hip hop, right? Hip hop is toxic. Like, we want to respect hip hop. We want to respect our legends. Yes, but hip hop comes from joning. It comes from roasting, battling. So yes, we are the only genre, the only group of people, this like black people, period. If we create something, it's gonna have like some wild stuff in it, right? So yes, we can respect Slick Rick. We love our legends, but we also can have fun and roast them a little bit. So yes, this is Gramps rap. So any of you old heads that's older than us, watch this and be like, y'all disrespecting a goat like Slick Rick, making jokes, talking about Gramp rap. Bro, come on, bro. We all make jokes about young people, old people. This is hip hop. Hip hop, we love it, but we also have fun and we joke around. So get y'all freaking big size Hanes boxers out of your booties and chill out, bro. God dog. Relax.
They just hate to
Back to the news, B.
They hate to see any young people having fun. That's all that is. Hey, and last piece of news: new Gunna album dropping June 2025. I know you've been hyped for this, B.
Nah, man. I'm gonna check it out, but like, I don't know.
That Gunna fatigue.
Yeah, I'm not. I like Gunna, but every album is a few songs that I always go back to. So I'm pretty sure he gonna have some tracks I could just chunk in my Gunna playlist. But I don't think it's gonna be. Damn, Gunna gives you a skeleton album pretty much. It's not much meat on there.
Mhm,
Even though I like some of the stuff, it's like it's just bones. It's no meat.
mhm,
So
mhm.
if he come with something different, try to show us, I don't know, something a little different. Gunna, you
He's
could
not.
still be Gunna, but do something
To me,
just a
he's
little
falling
bit.
into that Larry June, Wiz Khalifa esque range where he talks about the same things, and the production is going to be mid. But it's
Yeah.
going to be about the healthy lifestyle, him getting women. He's literally falling into that range, and it's going to be very derivative. To me, it's going to be very derivative, very repetitive. This isn't going to be anything new. He has. I don't even think he dropped a single for this yet. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm not interested in this at all. I will be listening, but I'm not interested at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it for music releases and announcements. Let's go ahead and get on to the hip hop news and current events. Ab Soul announces the Burger tour, the world famous Soul Burger. Notice how on here he has a Dallas date. Like I said, as usual, I make a couple boss calls, things get done. I think that's the last date on his tour, actually. So he already knew the
Mhm.
touchdown. He got to check in with the BBC. And yeah, I'm just glad to see that Absol's finally getting the tour that he kind of wanted. Well, not kind of, he did want.
Mhm.
And I don't want to say like this, B. Sometimes complaining does work.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed.
I
No,
agree.
no pun intended. With the burger. So I just have to put that up there. Yeah. Little
Okay,
dad
okay,
joke.
okay, okay. From a father. Okay, okay. We
Yeah,
let
yeah,
that slide.
yeah, yeah. But shout out to Soul, man. Hey B, should we pull up? It depends on
I
what
think
day it
so.
is.
I definitely
Yeah.
do want to pull up, especially since I want to get some vinyl. I need that
Hmm.
Soulberg
You think
vinyl.
you
There's a Herbert vinyl there. I need that Herbert
yeah.
vinyl.
Hey, hit the merch
Oh
stand.
yeah, I gotta buy something to support. I got to,
Hmm.
especially. I hope it's like one of those. I know it's gonna be. It's gonna probably be one of those more intimate type scenes, which I do like that a bit more than the big old stadiums crowd
Yeah.
thing. Like no, like when the one time I went to go see Freddie Gibbs, I enjoyed that type of scene,
Mhm.
even though the starters or the openers, they was wild and they was doing too much for me. Because it was
One
actually.
was the last show you went to was Travis? The Astro
Mhm.
World show?
No,
Yeah.
Rod Wave,
Oh
the
yeah, you
writer.
went. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
those are
true.
actually the last two I went to. Rod Wave, both of them.
For real. Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
y'all went to see him twice. Yeah.
yeah.
But man, shout out to
Uh,
Soul, man.
Definitely. I do want to go and see this. Huge Absol fan, one of my favorites from the blog era. So I do want to go and
Hmm.
see this and check it out. But B, I know you used to pray for times like this, for people to stop rhyming like this. Dave Blunt has now canceled his tour due to health reasons. B, how do you feel about this? You said this
Hey.
was his karma for him letting them white people say the N-word.
Hey man, I want this man as well as anybody else to like, especially him having the spotlight that he has on him. Bro, you gotta stay healthy, bro. And I know your situation, bro. You're a big fella, and I know it's not easy. But hey, I appreciate it, man. Take your fat ass off, bro, and just stay home, get that health right. Because I'm gonna be disrespectful to you a little bit because you disrespected me. You know what I mean? You let them the pellers get out there and say the N words. I'm gonna call you a fat ass. So I'm gonna say, look, get your little fat ass out that hospital chair. You get to do some walking. Get the exercise and moving them little muscles. And also, you need to step away from Kanye because even though I don't know if you wrote that hook, you wrote a really infectious hook right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, B, hold up. I know me and you talked about it last week, but
Uh-huh,
tell me why
uh-huh.
me and my coworker, which is white, we both like we both looked at each other and he was like, I can't lie. That hook is fire.
Was
Bro.
it? She would have put her hands on my pants. She got her one of the hands.
But yeah, but nah, man. Hey,
Jeez.
hey, Dave Blunts, man. Just like I said, sit your little fat ass down and and get healthy. What you think, B?
uh, Look, what did they say on that Can't Leave Drake Alone song? Slow your way down, baby. Sit down somewhere, Dave Blunts. I thought you've been supposed to be on this healthy kick anyway, so like was the progress? I guess I want him to start updating us on his progress of his health journey because he said instead of Dave Blunt's purple stuff, it's now Dave Blunt's healthy stuff on his jacket because he threw away the purple one. A lot of you Houston people who think Houston is Wakanda, y'all bullied him enough to where he was like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Psych, I lied. None of y'all have power. Dave, yeah, but yeah, Dave Blunt's canceling his tour, especially that video clip that that you retweeted. It's say F him or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, something's gonna happen to him. That boy gonna get touched up. And Karma touched him up right now with that health reasons, or maybe he just touched too much food. I don't know.
Bro, before he announced this, he had a freaking video of him eating like this unhealthy ass cake. You don't remember that without eating the
Oh, you
cake in
talking
the
about?
hospital?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, to celebrate that his album did so and some numbers. I'm like, what is happening?
That cake almost took him out, B.
Hey, facts. Hey, maybe that's why they tried to do that to try to get that insurance policy on them. Look, labels probably got insurance policies on these rappers now. They say, hey, y'all Negroes don't last long enough. And I'm not
Hey,
talking about
they
in y'all's career, I'm talking about in life. Let me go ahead and put a little policy on y'all.
yeah. Hey, get your health right, fat ass. But
And
hey,
last, oh, go
hold
ahead,
up.
go ahead.
I'm channeling my inner Dave Blunts. What do you say? You can't say that. What was the name
Oh,
of
that
his
was the name
album,
of the
whatever?
project. You can't say
Yeah,
that. I keep
yeah.
forgetting to listen to that.
Hmm.
Probably nothing special, but yeah. And last piece of news we got YoungBoy announces his Massa tour. Massa standing for Make America Slime Again. B, so when are we buying our tickets since we're such big YoungBoy fans?
Hey man, I already got them, bro. Pre-orders out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Bro,
mm.
I've been seeing some nasty, nasty posts from I think Kirko, whatever his name is. He posted like some people on Facebook talking about how they gonna sell their vagina for some NBA YoungBoy tickets. I'm like, bro, why you posting this stuff? Nobody care about what goes on in Facebook.
Facts,
Facebook
that's
is
a retirement home.
bro, Facebook is where like the lowest of the people roam. It's like the armpit of the internet. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's the Alabama of the internet, bro. Like it's the it's the Florida of the internet. It's the Jersey City of the internet.
Facts. Facts. Y'all need to come to Times Square, aka Twitter. Come
Oh
on,
my,
man.
nah.
Uh,
Twitter is what would Twitter be if it was a city equivalent?
I think it'd be New York.
Is a melting pot be?
That attack, but not Houston. Nah, because Twitter is a pretty fast paced thing.
Nah,
I
Houston.
think so.
It's you wouldn't think it'd be middle of America because it's mad races on there now, boy.
I didn't even think about that. Maybe, maybe.
It's a little nasty on Twitter now, boy. It's ran by conservative right wingers, pseudo intellectuals. B.
Oh, facts. Fake intellectuals.
Hmm.
In terms of this tour, I was watching a I used to pay video. Him talking about how YoungBoy could really take over the game right now since there's a vacant spot after the whole Kendrick and Drake Cold War, as he called it. He said YoungBoy has the fan base in terms of the cult following. He has the young guy, he has the young kids and some of the older fans as well. YoungBoy can really take his place with him being out of jail now and become like hip hop's number one, not number one superstar, but become one of hip hop's superstars because he once did hold that spot with a Kodak with the younger generation that he kind of came up with. So I'm very curious to see how this tour does. But yeah, I'm just very curious to see how this tour really does overall and like the hype level about this. Will we just be talking about the numbers when it comes to Young Boy's tour B? That's what I'm really curious of.
Yeah, they won't. But Young Boy is just to me is a huge what if. Could have been, should have been, because like he held himself back so much time, like so many times, bro. He was breaking like YouTube numbers, having like you said, the kids following Young Boy, crazy fan base. He kind of reminded me of like a bigger, he had like to me a bigger fan base than like Chief Keef. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Hmm.
was like he gave me that type of vibes. He was like the Southern Chief Keef. And I just don't know how, you know, I hate to say this, B. You think he gonna make it through this tour?
Like with no hiccups, like no legal issues or anything.
Yeah, because he's going to cities, different cities. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to put no bad juju out there on him, but I'm just saying
We're talking
sometimes
about
history,
reality right now.
yeah. So I don't know what he gonna do. But I don't even know if he gonna finish this tour. How many? Let's see how many cities it is real quick I before I
Let me
make my.
see. Because one of my coworkers was talking about it. He's not black. I said, "Oh, you talking about the Massa tour?" He said, "I'm not gonna say that."
It's it's from September the 2nd to October 19th. You have one, two, three.
Yeah, but he has some like no names as his openers with special guests D Baby, EBK, J-Bo, and K3.
Yeah.
His
Hey,
first stops is gonna be
his
here.
crowd know him. His crowd know him.
Oh, probably. His first stop is here in Dallas, and his last stop is New Orleans, Louisiana. So yeah. Young Boy literally has a song for everybody. So it's like people are gonna love this. Um, I I'm just hoping he gets through it. That's all I can say.
Facts. I'm trying to see
Yeah.
how many I tried to count, but I think it's 27 cities. So we're
Hopefully
gonna
he
see.
makes it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's been it for the news section of the show. Let us know what you're hype about. Let us know what you are excited for. Let us know anything in the news that interested you guys. Let us know in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get on to the music section of the show. And B, I can already tell you, first thing we're going to talk about today is Snoop Dogg. Is it a crime? Because this is probably the one thing that we have the shortest opinions on. Snoop Dogg recently just came out with an album. At first, I thought it was a collab album with another producer, but nope, it's just another Snoop Dogg album. Um,
My bad.
yeah, I gave it one listen. B, how many listens did you give it?
Gave it one, bro. I gave it one listen, man.
Do we think that it's deemed to have needed another listen? B after our initial listen.
No. I actually don't. I don't think so, B.
Um, um, it's it's a Snoop Dogg album. That's the best way I can say it. It's about 21 tracks, 57 minutes, and it felt like it was 21 tracks. Um, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I liked the direction this album was going more than Missionary, his album that he had with Dr. Dre last year. But after a certain point in the album, it just fell off for me. I liked Is It a Crime? I like Joy. I like Unsung Hero, Sophisticated Cripple. I like Can't Wait. This gave me Unc Snoop vibes. Like you're kind of giving me like the Unc perspective, and you're kind of giving me like that a more older and mature perspective is what I could best say. But after a certain point, he just started getting into that old head West Coast vibes. And it's like the old West Coast vibes that he really brought with Pharrell off of Bush. Like that weird, quirky sound. Like Ice Cube had it in his Man Down album last year. And I'm like, why do the old head West Coast people love this sound? Like this wasn't the present sound when they were active in the 90s. This came out like during the 2000s because it's like a not electro, but it's like an electronic like West Coast sound. I don't know how to really describe it, but people of our generation during the blog era did not use the sound. But it's like this was the hip sound for them that they thought was cool and West Coast and bouncy and things like that. Um, this just felt like a whole bunch of songs put together, no real theme. Cohesion, I guess it's cohesive because it has a similar sound, especially throughout the second, third, and the last third of the album itself. But there was just some songs. I'm not gonna lie though. I do like the Me and OG Snoop song with him and Sexy Red. I do like that one. But I like it because Sexy Red is just she's such a character when she gets on these songs, right? But besides that, there wasn't anything here for me, B.
Maybe I feel the same. The first six tracks, I'm like, okay, I'm with it. I like the direction he's going with here. He's rapping on some, semi all right productions, pretty cool. He's not doing too much. And then he gets to Can't Get Enough. And I'm like, he was trying to get, in his modern R&B vibes with this one chick, but it just didn't hit. And I'm like, all right. And then with the track Keep On Moving. Uh, Some keep on moving. I'm like, all right, bro, this production is like the production just threw me all the way off in that track. And then
Mhm.
he kind of smooths it back out with like just the way it is with Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz,
And I'm
I
like,
like that
I'm
song as
like,
well.
I'm like, this track cool. Like, this is a cool track. I think he could have just stayed in that vibe. And the track he has with Akeem Ali, whatever. Like Akeem Ali is to me, I think that kid's just talented. Like he be rapping, singing, doing his thing. I think he was the star of that. Snoop was like he was in it, but he wasn't in it. But like them trying to exchange bars and go back and forth, I'm like, all right, Snoop, don't do this with Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of the older West Coast guys like that type of production because they're not trying to do anything crazy when it comes to flows. They kind of try to keep it as simple as possible. It's just it's an unction, it's unkified. You know what I'm saying? It's funk. It's funk. You know, you call it funk. It's like funk. West Coast music collide. It's a little bit of that. It's like diet funk music, and it's not too much for them. Like that song "Spot" with Pharrell at the end, talking about "Wow Wow" or something like that. I'm like, this is bad. Uh, I'm like, bro. And then I know. Come on, you ain't gonna talk about the Suge Knight diss track.
Which one?
Shut your bitch ass up.
Oh yeah.
Shut your bitch ass up. That was the Snoop. He was dissing Suge Knight.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had much to say. He had much to say. He had a little verse, and then it was like under 2 minutes.
I like that song. I like
and
that song.
it's a minute 59. He's talking about Suge Knight been in jail and all that type of stuff. Shut your bitch ass up. Yeah, all your stories is fabricated type stuff. You know what I'm saying? He had a little words for Suge out there, and I'm like, all right, I see you, Snoop, trying to throw you a little jab. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I thought about. I don't know if you ever seen that video that circle around the internet of like them two unks fighting, them two old people fighting in the beginning, like they were like in front of a corner store, and one of them knocked someone off, knocked them out. You never seen that clip? It's
I gotta
crazy, but
see it. I might have
they
seen
just
it.
old, bro. They punching slow, bro. And it's like, come on, man. The old disses, bro. Bro, let the hook speak. You know what I'm saying? Just your bitch ass up. He's just like simple. Like, I don't need no double entendres to diss you. Bro, shut your bitch ass up. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm only giving you a minute 59, not even 2 minutes. So,
Uh-huh.
but get into Cold Summer. That song just wasn't good. That wasn't a good song. I'm sorry. Uh I don't know the Snoop Dogg and Sexy Red track. I don't really like Sexy Red. I don't care for her. She fit she fit on the beat. You know what I'm saying? And it just gives me the whole like, okay, Sexy Red not as not she's not hot like she was like a year and a half ago. She's semi hot. So Snoop Dogg brought something there to get some people to check it out. Get some of those fans. And then Life's Journey, that's the song he did one hook on. I mean one verse, and I actually liked the verse, and I wanted him to do some more but he didn't. Snoop Will Make You Dance was cool. I don't know if you like that track. I kind of like that track. Snoop Will Make You Dance. You didn't like it? But Life Journey had like this wannabe Charlie Wilson on it. I'm like, he sounded insane at the end trying to do those runs. He didn't do that, but he was like, "Ugh." I'm like, bro, you're not Charlie Wilson. You're Black Tobin. But
Yeah. I think I like that song. I think I like that one.
Yeah, I like My Friend. That was a good track. I wish Snoop rapped more on there. I wanted more, talk about more people you missed, I guess. But the first verse he talked about, like losing his cousin, losing his mom, telling his mom, hug his cousin for him, like, tell him I miss him, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. I like that. The West Up I didn't rock with, but
I actually like that
I
one.
don't know. I didn't really care for the West Up like that. Oh, did I? Did I like it? I probably did because I wrote notes on songs I like that stuck out to me. So West Up probably didn't stick out to me. It maybe was a okay track for me. But yeah, this album is like I said, B, I like for us to actually, listen to some of these older statements in hip hop music because somebody else got to talk about them. People like in our age group really don't listen or talk about these albums, and we're gonna talk about them. Yes, it's probably gonna be the most it's not gonna be the most favorable review, but we're talking about it. We talk about the music. But yeah, man, Snoop could have shortened this up, bro. If he gave us 13 tracks of like the first 6, few of those little smooth tracks, my friend, you throw the Sexy Red joint still on there. I think it'll be better. But I don't know, like, why do you just chunk out all these like half baked songs? Because some of these songs like are short. It's like, what's the point of even like putting them on this album?
I don't want to be that person. B. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You go. What person? You go.
I don't want to be that person, but it's like, Snoop, you don't sound invigorated. You don't sound passionate. This sounds like a money play, but it's like, who's jamming a Snoop Dogg album?
It's phoned in.
And it's like, but why though? It's like, I can see if you were like a big artist. He's a big artist, yes, but I'm talking about streaming number wise. Like, this album had no anticipation for it.
Mm-mm.
Nobody was talking about this on timeline. There was barely any promotion about this behind besides the Sexy Red and Snoop Dogg video that they had together. What was the play behind this? Snoop Dogg is at that point of his life where he could just put out singles for the rest of his life. Maybe they could hit some radio play here and there. He doesn't need to do a whole album. You're not passionate to do a whole album. You don't sound like your heart is in it to do a whole album. Like I said, the first 6 songs could have been cool. I enjoyed them. Some songs here and there I enjoyed as well. But were they needed? No. Did I need a whole album? No. I, Snoop Dogg isn't doing anything different. If you like older Snoop albums, you might like this one, obviously. He's giving you that OG talk here and there, but overall, it's just, hey, I'm Snoop Dogg and I'm going over this beat. It's a jamming beat to me. It's gonna make you dance. Like
Yeah.
no, nothing's here for me. I'm sorry.
And like Is It a Crime is like how I found out this album was coming out, the single. I saw the video circling around Twitter. People was like, oh, he sampled Sade. And he, did a shout out to Nipsey in the music video. And I'm like, okay, cool. I guess we could check it out. You know what I'm saying? I knew nothing about it. I thought that video was just like, okay, boom, Snoop for to drop something. I didn't know he dropped something, like
Yeah.
a full album. I'm like, all right, bet.
Yeah,
Let's
all I
check it
know is
out.
about the Sexy Red and Snoop Dogg song because Sexy Red, when it comes to internet personality, she is one of the bigger ones artist
Hmm.
wise. So that's how I found out about the song, but I didn't know he was coming out with a whole album. I think I
Yeah.
found out like a few minutes before you texted me, should we talk
Hmm.
about the album?
Hmm.
But yeah, um, this wasn't it. It exists.
Hey,
It's one of
B.
those things where it's like B, when you drop something down like a shallow like if you drop something in the Grand Canyon. Like it,
Hmm.
it made no difference to anything. You didn't hear it. It didn't make no noise, no nothing.
But B, you got to answer the question.
Yes, it
Him
was a
putting his
crime for me
album.
to listen to it. It
Hey,
was a crime.
if him putting his album out, is it a crime, B? Is it a problem?
It is. He needs to be in the cell right next to Suge.
This nigga's guilty. Hey, murder
Murder
was
was
the
the case.
case. Murder was the case. Oh
Oh
man.
man. Yeah. Hey, we try to give Unc some love over here, but we're gonna be real. We trash some of the people we love. We gotta be honest with the people that are legends as well. We're not gonna
Hmm.
sugarcoat it. We're not gonna coddle them. And Snoop Dogg is one of those artists, kind of like a Chris Brown that we talked about. Snoop has one classic album, but
Yeah.
when it comes to Snoop, classic tracks, classic songs that will forever be cemented in hip hop. Drop It Like It's Hot, classic. Obviously Gin and Juice, classic.
Yeah.
Being the homies, whatever. His
Sexual
stuff with Dr.
erection.
Dre. Oh yeah,
Sexual
Sexual
seduction.
Eruption,
Yeah, erection.
fire,
Sexual
classic.
erection.
Hey,
Classic, bro.
beautiful, classic. B.
Hmm. Yeah.
But we
Classic
gotta be real.
tracks.
Snoop Dogg's discography. I said this before, and I'll say it again. For an artist of his stature, for how big he is, he has one of the worst discographies in hip hop.
Snoop is like, when it come to albums, bro, you know how Gucci is when it come to mixtapes. Snoop's
Okay,
over when it
okay,
come to
you being
albums.
disrespectful now. You being disrespectful now.
How many albums Snoop got, bro? Snoop got over like close to 20 albums, right? He got a lot of albums. So I'm saying like how Gucci was dropping mixtapes, that's how Snoop dropped albums. Like
Yeah,
I thought he dropped Missionary in the beginning of this year, but it was in December. They
yeah.
should just dropped it in January, bro. Snoop dropped albums, bro. And one thing I appreciate about Snoop, yes, the music is not all that, but he is a consistent rapper when it comes to music because Snoop is huge, namesake, face wise, face recognition. Like he's like the biggest rapper. You know, he used to be one of the probably the biggest rapper in the 90s at one point. And he's still active and putting out music because he know where it come from. This way he got his stuff at, man, from the music. I appreciate that. But yeah, but it wasn't good. But we love Snoop, legend.
B, we forgot to talk about when he talked about him performing at the inauguration or whatever.
Oh
The
yeah, he did
inauguration
doing
ball.
this.
He said something about it on this album.
Yeah, he did. Cause I
No
saw a
one's gonna
clip.
hear this.
But a clip was circling around because he DJ'd at the crypto ball thing. It wasn't like at the inauguration. It was like a day or two before the inauguration. But he did a favor for some guy I forgot, but he works with the White House, whatever. And Snoop was just like, "Hey man, 30 minutes or 30 years. I did stuff for my people for 30 years, but 30 minutes is what y'all gonna tarnish my career about, you
Mhm.
know." So he was like, Trump wasn't even there. It was just he was doing a favor for somebody to actually work at the White House. So I was like, I understand, but nobody cares. You already done the damage, man. Man, nobody care about nobody. Hey, nobody cares, bro. Like I said, but when it comes to blacks, you can still get your shit off.
We're not gonna do nothing about it.
We ain't gonna do nothing about it, bro.
Oh man, but y'all gotta let us know if y'all listen to the Snoop album. Are y'all gonna listen to the Snoop album? I told one of my coworkers, I said, "Ooh, I know you was hyped up in that retirement home for this new album." And he tried to make fun of me saying, "I know you hyped for that new exhibit, Chase." I said, "No."
Oh, I put Exhibit in my library, bro, but I haven't got to that as well. I heard it's a pretty good album. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm a listen to it. We could probably talk about it in what we've been jamming section next
Bro,
week.
he look, I'm gonna name off a few features for you. Bro, he has Ty Dolla Signs on here. He got Royce the 5'9" on here. It's 20 tracks, be an hour, 3 minutes. Oh nah. He got Damo, he got Simba on here.
Damo
What
who?
else?
Genesis?
Yeah, he got Damo Genesis on here. He got Jason Martin on here. Problem. He got Bustin' Rhymes. Dr. Dre is on the track with Ty Dolla Signs. He got Be Real on here.
Be real was
Guap,
on
four,
last year.
yeah, he got Guap 4000 on here too. Those all Redman on here as well. He got Be Real on here twice. Ice Cube, I already mentioned Ice Cube.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but yeah,
Let's
he
get
got a
money together.
together.
Let's
Let's
get
get
money
money
together.
together. You like that joint? Look,
I
nasty
do.
snow. That's
Let's get money
nasty.
together.
That track's disgusting.
I love that song, B.
Oh my god. Hey, 5150. Bitch need an antibiotic.
Yo, B, what's up with these older West Coast hip? Hey, I guess the spirit of hip hop never died, B. Hey, they still coming out with it. I
Hey, I'm
respect it.
just
Hey, but I don't respect the work that y'all putting in though, because this is not good.
mm-mm, at
But yeah,
all.
let us know what y'all think about the Snoop Dogg album if y'all are going to listen to it, or if y'all have listened to it. Let us know what y'all think about it down in the comment section down below. But let's go ahead and talk about a good West Coast album. Absol's Control System. Now, we've gotten a lot of subscribers recently and a lot of views recently from Absol actually sharing one of our videos on his Twitter page. A lot of people have come in on that. We've talked about our reaction to him sharing it. And funnily enough, when all that stuff was happening on my TL, Control System randomly popped up, and it was like what the was it like
13 years.
13-year anniversary. So a random hip hop page posted it, and I'm like, we gotta talk about Control System. All the
Mhm.
times I've talked about how it's one of the greatest projects to come out of the goddamn blog era, and it's Absol's best album. I was like, we
Mhm.
gotta talk about this at some point. And god dang it, now is the perfect time because one, we didn't really have an album to talk about this week, but
Mhm.
two, this is a goddamn great album, and I've talked about it so many times on how it's one of my favorites on here. The B, how do we want to start this album review off? Because I think we was both teenagers when this came out.
Mhm.
I was obviously in high school at the time.
I
I
was
forgot
too.
how I first heard Absol, but it might have been off of Section 80. I'm not sure. And so going into that whole TDE black hippie thing, just being crazy about all them guys in general, got the Control System, and I'm like, yo, I am in love with this. This guy's wordplay
Mhm.
is insane. His charisma is off the charts. His beat selection is fantastic, and he got that rapper's rapping. He's a rapper's rapper. He got that rapping ability about him. And I love the fact of Absol, especially on an album like this. To me, this is his most accessible album, besides obviously Soul Burger. This is his most accessible album to who Absol is, especially with his rebellious side, him going against, the powers that be kind of at certain points, him talking about certain things like a errorist threat. You get what I'm saying, B? Saying things about Obama. I was like, yo, when I first heard this beat, I'm like, what is he doing right now? And this is when Obama was still in office. I'm like, what
Mhm.
tracks like that. Him having people on there like Danny Brown, All a Black Hippie, Kendrick, Alori Joe, Janae Aiko, I believe, stacked with features, stacked with great songs on here. And god dang it, I feel like this is one of the best, well-rounded albums and packages that we gotten from that time era itself. B, tell me what you think about Control System. Tell me your story behind it.
Oh man, I was prepping for this album. I was already ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been a big Al Soul guy since what like 2010 ish is when I found about him. You know, around when TD was really getting their foot in the door, that kicking it down because Al Soul was like he was the one that stand out. You know, especially going back to looking at all the freestyles and stuff that him and Kendrick used to do together, and just them bouncing off each other, and the black hippie stuff, the chop that, ip that, that's crack, you know, all that stuff, and just Al Soul. Uh, what he say? Fantasies I had many. I used to hate on Mickey Mouse because he had many. What the,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Just things like that. He used to say these so clever lines that just grab you all the time, man. Like you couldn't listen to an Ab Soul song and not get something crazy, like a crazy funny but witty bar. And Long Term Mentality is my favorite Ab Soul project because that's the one I sat with the longest. This is the best. But my favorite is probably Long Term Mentality because I sat with it so long. And I love Long Term too. That's why. Oh, when that drop, I was heavy. But my history with this be Bohemian. I ain't gonna lie. First time I listened to this, I liked it, but I wasn't in love with it yet.
Mm.
I'm telling you, I liked it, but I wasn't in love with it yet. It took me to like, I want to say I graduated. It had to be like 2013ish when I actually like returned to this album and was like, all right, because Bohemian Grove, I always liked that song, but then it was like I fell in love with that song. Like Bohemian Grove, that beat, just how Absol was flowing on there. I was like, man, this is a dope song. That song had me hooked. So then once that song had me hooked, I'm like, let me just listen to this album more. And like, yo, this album, the context, the Book of Soul, track two, he just rapping, you know, TT threats. I'm gonna just say that. Peanut, like this whole project is just him showing off the rapping, the ideologies that he has, some of the like the crazy ideas. Like double standards used to blow my mind when back. I remember the first time I heard double standards. That was a track I was like, dang, that is a double standard in these double standards. You know what I'm saying?
Standards,
Standards.
standards.
Hey, he with the homies. He with the homies. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Hey,
man,
you know Amber
I
Cole, or who was
know
that
who
Negro
was
that she was giving gum? I was like, oh.
that? So it's just like, man. And then what's that? Mixed emotions, you know, throw hey, shout out. Hey man, mixed emotions was dope as well. You know, shout out to you know
What
the
he say?
syrup sippers
He
out
says
there.
that is that cliche to shoot
Hey,
Pimp
but
C,
then let me see
R.I.P.
RP. Yeah,
Ooh, about screw. Oh,
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
lean.
yeah.
Oh, come on, V. Come on. What
he
are we talking about
he
right now?
bro, he was killing it in this album, bro. Illuminate with him and Kendrick, dope. A rebellion with him and Alori Joe, Curtis King on the production on that. That's like one of my favorite songs on here. Shout out Curtis King for that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that beat, bro. I love that song.
Beat hard. Beat hard.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
not
We
gonna
gotta give him a little
front.
credit. Gotta give him a little
I'm
credit.
not gonna front.
But
I hate what he turned into currently, but I'm not gonna front on that.
but
Not gonna
be
front.
another track on here that was like one of my favorites, and me playing it today. And like, man, I forgot how much I love this song. Empathy. I love that
Oh yeah.
song.
Didn't I put it in one
I
of our mixes before?
love
No.
I think you probably have, but it's just be hearing it again. Like it's been so long since I like played this
Hmm.
album. It's a minute, and like hearing, I'm like, oh my god, this is bro. Absol, like he gave you the best of him in this. I don't know if he look at this album as like his best work. I don't know, but dog, this
Oh,
album is.
he said Soul Burger was his best work. Remember?
Oh yeah, he did. But I know people want to say they current because it's, you know, but man, nothing into something beat, just rapping, bro. Beautiful Death, him and Punch. Oh, dude, you know, RP to Astrobot, he died a few years
And
ago.
a Lori Joe too, right?
And Alora Joya, she passed away like before this album came out.
Hmm.
I remember when that happened. Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was crazy. The Book of Soul B, come on. That song bring
Oh
me to
my
tears.
god.
That song, when I
Oh
hear
my
that
god.
beat, that beat, when I hear the production on that, it brings like I get emotional. It was like so perfect, like the
It
display, the
perfectly
work.
fit the theme.
Yes, man. That it's hard for me not to kind of feel like teary eyed when I hear that beat and just listen to Absol just spill his soul out. Man, man, I just RIP, man. I know that was heavy because he actually brought this back up in Herbert, like you know, talking about her and everything. Like,
Mhm.
but Black Little Bastard, the remix, the J-Rock. I forgot how J-Rock.
I'm the silent assassin, the black hippie dragon. I'm like, oh my God, what are
B,
we doing?
I forgot how crazy J-Rock verse on here. Go
Mhm.
home, poke on some coochie. Like, bro, like I forgot how crazy and how like he felt hungry, menacing. The voice, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how J Rock sounded on this freaking song. To me, he has the best verse on here, bro. Even though they was on there talking their stuff, bro. Because even Kendrick tell Rihanna, I'm trying, what I'm saying? He's like, if I fall, I'm gonna let on the ass of Nicki Minaj.
Mhm.
Right? Like it was just certain things they had on here, but like J Rock was a standout on here. I forgot how hard that J Rock verse was, V. I was
Cause all we
rapping
do
it.
is do it. All we do is
All we
do
do
it.
is
All we
do
do
it.
is do it.
Oh, like what Q said. Q had that one line when he was like, dude, I forgot how it goes, but like, nah, they was
I
on here
forgot
going,
too.
bro. Yeah, they
Mhm.
was on here going. Man, like this album right here is just amazing, bro. This is an amazing album. And it's been a while since I listened to it. It's just going back. Hey, them boys was in a bag around this time. They was in a bag, bro. Oh my God, how power, three eyes for you got three eyes. Like, come on, bro. They was going. This like what that joint Sopa with him and Schoolboy Q. This like
Mhm.
when Swag meets the what do you say? When Swag meets what?
I forgot.
Forgot what he
Cause this
said
was
on there.
cause this is the song that was kind of like that of the times moment where
Yeah, yeah,
social
yeah,
was
yeah.
like that act on the internet where they was trying to take away
Mm-hmm.
certain things. They talked
Mm-hmm.
about Coney on there. I'm
Yeah,
going through
Cody.
Coney,
Oh, Cody.
Coney.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, B. This album's
Oh, B.
amazing. What?
Told you
You
I gotta do
ready?
the I gotta do that spirit boxing when I'm about to cook, B.
Go ahead
Hey,
and cook, B.
going in here, B. I gotta give a shout out to Willie B and Tay Beats. The production that they laced on this bad boy. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta give them their props because B, when we got solo H word with the three in there, oh my gosh, B. The intro. Open your eyes, girl, you know
Oh,
what it
oh, what it
is. It's
is.
about that time. Perfect intro for the album. Then we get track two. B, I used to jam this so much in high
Mm.
school. Hey, he said, "When I run through the city, I feel like a rush or whatever." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God!" Hey, we said, TDE, we in here.
Yeah.
I can smell fear
Yeah.
from a mile away. You know, I don't get from around here. I'm like, exaggerate, use your imagination. I'm like, come on, B. The rain is going in, and I just took a number two, and ain't this track number two?
You number
Oh
two? Yeah.
my God, B.
Yeah. Hey,
Look at him.
he was going
Bohemian
in.
Obi B. The production from Tay Beats to Day Free. Hey, one
Mm-hmm.
time for the ladies and two
Yeah.
time for the B
For that.
word.
Hey.
Baby, I was thinking about you.
Hey,
And then we
baby,
get
I've
and
been
then we
thinking
get
about
that
you.
that slow down at the end. Control, control. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're calling this chattel. Chattel is like slavery and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes into
Was
terrorist
it
threats with
theory?
Danny Brown. Pip your game with your foes.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
top
about my
dog ish
top.
though. All right. You know, this is
Hey.
my scene, right? Even though none of the scene, right? If all the
Mm-hmm.
gangs in the world unify, I
If
bet
I
it's
put you in the
never
way, wait,
tonight. Oh,
take us.
B.
Hey, going,
Hey,
bro.
action pills, action pills. Hey, gang, man, on this for real. Oh my gosh. Then Danny Brown coming in with that monster third verse. Oh my God.
Bro,
Hey,
they
what he
was
said?
killing
He
it.
said, he said, I take an EBT card from my grenades in the name, and that's all of them in the daughter's name. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Danny Brown was killing the beat. And then right after that, pineal gland.
Yeah.
Oh, that menacing, terrifying beat with that piano. It was all a dream. It was
Dream.
imagination. It was exaggeration. Talking about him being on DMT. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh, oh, what he say? Ah, dang. That's the thing with this album, right? And you know I'm not good with lyrics. For the people that's watching
Mm-hmm.
this, I'm not good with quoting lyrics. I'm not good with that. If I hear the song though, I could start singing along with the song though. But when it came to Pino Glenn, what did he say? You got three eyes, three eyes, three eyes. The
Three.
way that he made some of these songs, the presence that he has on some of these songs, the
Mm-hmm.
tones that he set with some of these songs right here. Him talking about, I'm on DNT, TDE, it's on DL3. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Double standards. Obviously, a fire song. Him talking about a guy wanting to get with the girl, then the girl kind of putting herself on the guy, whatever. You know, talking about the double standards, like, oh, if you don't get this P word, then you a P word. I heard of living. Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
You don't get
Then
this
we got
pussy,
Mick.
then you a pussy.
Exactly. Then we got Mixed Emotions. That's a drink party cool song right here. I enjoyed
Mhm.
this. Come on, man. Then we got Sopa with him and Schoolboy Q. I love the production on here.
Mhm.
Ding 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 ding
Mhm.
ding ding. Boom. I'm like,
One thing
okay.
about the production is very
Mhm,
it's like it's cohesive, but it's varied to me. Like it vary in different like I want to say that I guess some of the structures of the some of the
mhm.
songs, like the production of it, but it still fits to me. Like it's a cohesive production. To me, it didn't get like it wasn't lazy or nothing like that. It all fit to me.
To me, I feel like this was like this felt like a Schoolboy Q song. Like this was meant
Oh
for
yeah,
Schoolboy
this right
Q
here. Yeah,
because to
yeah.
me it felt like it was more in Schoolboy Q's vein. But I
Hmm.
love when Absol and Schoolboy Q get together for something. I just love
Like
that
drug, like
dynamic.
when they do druggy with hoes. That's why I was saying like
Mhm,
this, even though it was kind of like a different like schoolboy sound, to me it didn't throw off the album to me. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
mhm.
with this production,
Oh, I
I got you.
completely agree. I
Hmm.
completely agree. Then we got Luz Demons with J Rock and BJ the Chicago Kid.
Hmm.
BJ laying a fire chorus. J Rock coming in with a really strong verse as well. Look, we got all the Black Hippie on here solo wise. Then we get the Black Hippie track at the end. Oh my gosh. Then we got track 10, Illuminate with Kendrick Lamar. Fire verse from Kendrick.
Hmm.
Fuego. I love this song on GTA. Whenever the song would come on the radio, I would let this bad boy play. In fact, I remember when GTA 4, I mean 5 came out and this song was on here. I'm like, oh, what GTA know about this Illuminate right here? What they know about my boy Ab Soul on here? Hold up. He should have performed this at the pop out, but that's besides the point. Then we got a Rebellion. I love this song with Lori Joe. Showing love. Hey, I love the beat on here. Ding ding. Dude, they start speaking. Effing girls are showing love. Ooh, this the rappity rap track right here. I'm like, oh, okay. What we doing? Then we got empathy. One of my favorite slower tracks, especially of that era right there. Empathy. Loved it.
Perfect, bro.
Something perfect. Beautiful death. Perfect. The Book of Soul. Oh my god. The story
Yeah,
of when he's talking about how he got the
Steven
condition.
Johnson syndrome, right?
Yeah, Steven Johnson
Yeah.
syndrome, where he started
Hmm.
talking about like he said, look, he said my lip skin felt off and it grew back differently, like darker
Different.
than before. He said
Yeah.
darker than my pigment. He said my own sister couldn't even recognize me. I had pink eye that my whole eyes were
We
swollen
say,
shut. I was like,
uh, uh, unrecognizable from my little sister. What they say? Yeah. Nah, then middle school wasn't the first time. The middle school wasn't easy. Whatever you saying,
mhm.
like nah, bro. That's all
Then
right there, bro.
and then basically him talking about like how he thought he would never get any girl. Then a Lori Joe came into his life.
Mhm.
Then sadly he was like, yo, she sadly passed
Yeah.
away. And then he's talking about, he's like, everything I love just gets taken
Just
from me.
take
He
it.
said the next thing is
Yeah.
my mom and music. And I'm like,
Yeah. Like
oh,
oh yeah, bro.
I'm
He
like,
was
we're not doing that, Soul. Soul, we not doing that. Come on, Soul. You gotta
yeah.
chill out with that, bro. You gotta chill out with that talk. Come on. Especially with what we was dealing with in Herbert. And we realizing what you've been on in that little gap. Come on, Soul. I get it though. I get it. But come on, Soul. How nice you've been throughout this whole project. I need more projects from you, my boy, which we obviously got after that. But then we got Black Lip Bastard the remix. This is the way that you end off an album right here. You got the posse cut. Oh my gosh. This might be one of the best posse cuts, especially from that time period. One
Mhm.
Train is up there. This is up there. Top five posse cuts during the blog era. This is up there. Everybody killed their verse. I don't want to say it like this. Everybody's verse is phenomenal. Schoolboy Q had the weakest verse.
Mhm.
I can't rank the other ones because J Rock was up there. B that like you
I,
said, B that boy was hungry. That
I
boy was
I
hungry.
I
B.
always think to me, I just forgot how dope his verse was. I think J Rock had the better verse on here. I'm sorry. I
He
might have
had
to
the
do a
aggression.
re-listen, but I used to listen to this a lot. But I forgot how dope J Rock verse
Mhm.
was, bro. That verse is crazy.
No, that
And I know
verse is
Soul
good.
kind of had a small little verse before J Rock started going, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, but bro, my God, J Rock was on here going in. Oh
B.
my, he was spitting.
This album to me was phenomenal,
Hmm.
fantastic. I love this album through and through. 71 minutes, 44 seconds, 17
Hmm.
tracks, all heat. I love this. This is the game I love. God dang it, I love this project right here. One of my favorites from the blog era, Control System. If you are not an Absol fan, if you have not heard this project, go do yourself a service and listen to this right now.
Yes,
This
sir.
project is so good to me. Like I said, that production from Willie B and Tay Beast. Oh my god.
They were
This was
killing it, B.
they was everything on this album. I love. This was a Glaze Fest for me. I'm sorry. I love this album. I jammed this a lot back in high school. Absol is my favorite from TDE. The cleverness, the wordplay, the bars that he had. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, Absol's that guy for me. Yeah, it's funny be how I listen to some of the most ignorant music mostly. When it comes to my
Uh-huh.
favorite rappers, it's always like rappers up in there. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
it's just rappers
Cause
up in
bro,
there.
rapping is the thing, B. That's what it is. You're gonna have that, something with substance. To me, it's the best, bro. It's gonna reign supreme because it's the one that lasts longer. The
Yeah.
fun is cool, bro. Like fun is always gonna be there. You're gonna always find a fun track. That's why I think when people try to keep that substance in hip hop, but you always gonna have a fun track. But you gotta have that substance. Gotta have that message, those ideas, creativity. Like I said, keep music creative
Hmm. I
and
agree.
fun.
Facts. And one thing I
Yeah.
really like about this project and what caught my eye on it back when I was younger was the Apkiss that Absol has on here. And if you guys don't know what Apkiss is, go ahead, Google it, look it up. This was like a symbol for Christianity back then, and him talking about like, him dealing with Christianity, talking about, yo, if I'm talking to God, if that was real, God really don't like me type stuff. He said, but
Hmm.
we're not talking about it like that. I'm just like,
Right there, yeah.
I'm like, oh my, I don't know how the line was like verbatim, obviously, because
Hmm.
like I said, I'm bad with quoting lyrics, but I was like,
He
oh
said
my
that on Book of
God.
Soul, right? That was on Book of
Yeah, I
Soul,
think
right?
so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I know he talked about certain things about like I think on a rebellion, where he was talking about like how giving the church all this money or whatever, and we shouldn't
Hmm.
be, certain
Hmm.
things like that. I'm just like, God dang it. I'm like, this is fire right here. But he still talks about, keeping his faith and things like that. So I was like, all right, that's kind of cool that Absol always kept like the Abkiss as one of his logos type thing to always symbolize like his faith in Christianity and things like that. But yeah, overall for me, phenomenal project. Great project. I recommend anybody to check this out, especially if you want some good bars, some substance. You want a varied project in terms of like subject matter and substance as well, and some things to like get your brain thinking, but also you get those rapidy rap tracks as well. This project to me is varied in one of the better ways and produced really, really well as well. So
This
yeah.
and also this is a top five TD project, bro. This is a top
Oh
five.
yeah.
We talked. Did we real ranking? Did we do that
You,
ranking?
no, we didn't do the ranking. We ranked Hip Hop DX's ranking, and they didn't even have this
Okay.
on the list at all.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. This
And
is
it
one
was
of
bugging.
those. This is
Yeah.
one of those for real, for
We've
real.
we've sung the praises for a control system previously. So yeah.
Oh
Make
yeah.
sure y'all go check out this project if y'all have not already. B, you got any last thoughts on this?
Man, my last thought is, bro. So you put out to me, this is a personal classic for me. This I know it's not like an album that everybody knows that they should, but hey, Absol, you appreciate it, man. You put out some of the best, especially in the blog era, and your newest stuff is rocks as well. But this right here, bro, is one of them ones. And you was like not even saying you was ahead of your time, bro, but like you you was speaking some stuff, bro. Like, oh man,
Mhm.
it's crazy. And that one line he said about in Book of Soul, like a Lori Joe said, I could see the future, but she lied because she was in
Oh,
it.
because
And
I
I was
saw her
like,
in it. I
I
was like,
saw it in it. I'm like, oh, man, come on, bro. Nah, man. Amazing album, bro. I love this album.
same.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we knocked this one off the books because oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hey, we might have
Having
to
a
do
reason to
another
go listen
revisit
to
for
it
the
again.
15, B. For the 15 and
Hey, hey,
20. We might have to
facts.
come
Hey,
back.
exactly. Hey, spin
Do a
the block,
different,
B.
yeah, do it, spit a block and talk about it in a different way. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or re-talk
Yeah.
about some of the ideas he had. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
yeah.
Y'all let us know if y'all are going to listen to Absol's control system. Have y'all heard it? Are y'all going to listen to it? What do y'all think about it? Let us know in the comment section down below. But B, it's time to get on to the last topic of the show.
Hmm.
This boy Joey Bada has been on a rampage. Ever since he dropped the rulers back, B, he's been on a rampage. But since the last episode, or since the last time we actually talked about this subject, Joey Bada, Absol, and Big Sean got on a Red Bull cipher together. Everybody did their thing. It was like Control Part 2, where everybody was making fun of Big Sean. Big Sean did his thing, even though he didn't really hold his own against these two monsters right here. But
You don't think
Joey
he did,
Bada,
B?
I think he held his own, but I think it's one of those things where it's like Control like, all over again. Where it's like, you right here, Big Sean, and the only thing that's keeping you up is your presence, your charisma, But besides that, everybody was roasting him. B when they talked about that the flow beat, I was dying laughing. The
I,
flow. And then
I
the
hate,
go.
I hate when he do that, bro. I thought he was done, and then he gonna go. I'm like, dang, man, why did you do that? Why
But
did you
yeah,
do that?
I like the Red Bull cipher overall. What'd you think about it, B?
I really enjoyed it, man. I was hyped, man. I had a little smile, man. I was like, man, this is what I love. It'd be crazy, like, yeah, this that hip hop shit. This is what we like right here. It's so crazy because last year they did this with they did it with
Saba,
Mick
Mick Jenkins, and
Jenkins,
IDK
Saba, and IDK. Yeah, you're right. Nobody really. I listened to it
talked
last
about it.
year, dope, but like nobody talked about it because, hey, blog era, bro. We started off the year talking about the blog era. I don't know. We
Mhm.
talked about it a little bit last year, but this year I'm like, I did my blog era video. You did some blog era videos. Like the blog era is still the guys are still the ones. The guys from the blog era are still trying to push hip hop. And we talked about where's the other guy. Like if you see the SoundCloud era of dudes, if you see, like, bro, it was the last, the blog era was the last of like what they wanted about the golden era. It was the last golden era of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We might be coming to another one, but like, think about the OGs we love and think about the OG blog era people we love. They're still doing their thing. There's some people here and there from other eras, but the blog era is here to stay, bro. Don't shit on the blog era, bro. I'm telling you. This right here, this cipher, Joey B, have you ranked them? Joey, Ab, Big Sean, right?
Uh, see, I'm too
Ab,
biased because I
Ab,
was like Ab did his thing, but I feel like Ab was holding back. I'm
that's what I'm
like
saying.
because
Ab,
Ab was
yeah,
too smooth on it. Joey came hungry. He came sending shots, subliminals. He was talking to Ab like, "Yo, like I got I was like, Joe, okay, B, you might be right on that ranking. Well,
B,
Joey,
believe,
Ab-Soul,
yeah. He ain't all right. No fly zone. Say, oh, is that right? I ain't gotta book no flight. I'm still gonna pack light. That joint was, boy was a. I'm over your head like a carry on. Ain't no bid check yet. I'm done playing. I popped out like a cassette deck. Respect that. The hanging on every bar. I tell every what you say. I tell them hang tight. Get your muscle up. Before you you think of stepping up to swank white, bro. I'm up early on the grind. I'm shining through the late night. I ain't gotta lose no sleep to break daylight. I was like, all right, bro, he was just good. Hey, no, what's that one line he said about Ray? Hold, let me find it. He's
he said,
like,
but F it, shine a light
shine
on my
on light
light
on him. Yeah.
ray. Now,
Yes,
how
bro.
can I say this all in a nice way? If you need attention to the top, he gotta pay. Look,
Hey,
I said, what's a little pup to a
up to a
canine? It's game
K9.
time. I ain't green on defensive. I'm on my Draymond. I'm like,
Draymond. Empty out the clip of your whole clip when I aim on. I'm catching collateral, hit you all at the same time. I'm like, oh.
nah.
And
Then when
that's what
Absol
that's
said, we're
what
like, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
like,
whoa,
nah,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa, like,
whoa, whoa,
come
whoa.
on, no, 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 no.
Hey, I knew Joey finna be on something, bro. And he said, "Okay, that's cute." I was like, "Oh, he finna go. He finna go off, bro." I said, "Oh, Joey finna be talking to him." I already knew it. He said, "Oh yeah, that's cute," and then just started going. He said, "Yeah, that's cute, nigga." Bro started going in.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
looking at
what
the
do you
bars right now, B. I'm
look
like,
from BK to
God
Carson? I'm
dang.
bar none. Process for
Mm,
caution. I spit fire and our son
our
like,
son.
bro, they don't want the war with the Martian. He started
They
standing up
said
the
they
troops,
troops at the
bro.
general, but I'm the one who absolute. Oh, like,
Salute.
oh
Hey, bro.
God.
He was going, bro. Man, that one bar he had about P. Diddy and Def and Suge.
Oh yeah. Notice how they both in jail right now, or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
about the
that. I'm trying to
bars,
look
like
for it
that.
right now.
Wasn't that like a
Uh,
triple entendre,
oh,
bro?
these bars could put bad boys on death row. Kind of crazy how
Yeah.
Suge and Puff in jail though.
Hell no.
Yeah, I was at a party, but I never seen a freak off instead
Hey,
of battle rapper on stage showing his cheeks
when the
off.
cheeks
I
off.
was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Was
Hey,
this
did you
about
see Ab?
that guy Daylight B? Was this
Yeah.
about him and him doing that?
You saw what Ab was like, he was shaking his head.
Yeah.
Cause you know this is guy. But bro, oh my God. Dog. But Ab had some bars too, bro. Ab had some bars. Cause if like you said, Ab seemed like he was like holding back. Like
Mhm.
Joey, you put me in a strange predicament. You know what I'm saying?
He said, my lady told me somebody told me that my career was in the trash, something about missing my
Yeah,
window or something. I want to
yeah,
laugh and shatter the glass he was referring to because he ain't got a
yeah,
clue of what I turned into when I entered the booth. I'm like,
yeah,
the internal rhyme schemes me. I was like,
yeah.
damn, what are we doing right now?
You still
Oh
got
man.
the force. I still got that 47. The 47 still on my bicep. Facts.
Uh-huh.
I passed the pot. I let bro. He the skillet. Come on, I'm quite the chef. Pro Air with the Masters. That ain't ever incorrect. That's right. But it's still TDE 3000 and forever. Light, you know what I'm saying? Like they still
Yeah.
playing off the daylight, but was heavy. Light was heavy, and Ray definitely stepped. You know what I'm saying? He still was
Mhm.
bringing up that, but it's hip hop. You know, we still on that. It was healthy for the sport, sticking to the roots, keeping it competitive. Like it's just stuff like this, bro. I'm like, I always say this. I think we had this conversation last year. I was like, could we have a rap battle and keep it hip hop? Or could we? Because in that, to me, it never just be like you could show competitive, you could keep it bars, but it had to stop. Like Rayvon haven't responded yet because I think Rayvon's want to take it to another level. So if Rayvon stop, I think we good.
Do
You get
you
what I
think
mean?
Daylight took it to another level?
Oh well, because he did the Capital Steez
He
thing and
he
like
put- he posted that
deleted,
picture on IG of Capital Steez.
and then but he deleted it.
He still
No, I
posted it
don't.
though.
Yeah, he did, but it could mean anything. You know, he could just be saying
Me.
he's the better. He could post capital and be like, "Oh, he the best." Like, okay, it could mean other things. I know what it's insinuating, but like we
Mhm.
just can't put the assumption on it like what it is.
But
He's
we
not
but that's that's
because
the problem with that though, because we can, especially if you didn't put anything on there. That's all we can do, and that's what he knows what we're gonna think.
I know, but look, you gotta also understand this, B. It could mean anything. He could be dissing Joey saying your man's was better. You can say that type. I don't know. I know what you're saying though, because I understand. I understand the situation.
He
But
left it
look,
up to interpretation. That's to me,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
problem. If you wanted to be taken a certain way, oh, I meant this. Well, then you should have said that if you wanted it to just mean that. Because now you know what you're doing when you play those type of games. You playing with fire.
Yeah. So
Like
I
you
don't
like
I
you
don't
said, B, you're right. He couldn't mean that because he didn't specify or say anything, but he knows what the insinuations and assumptions are going to fly when he posts that picture. He
yeah,
knows.
but once we go on and talk about the other tracks, I'm gonna discuss that even more about could it just be competitive or do it have to get a little dirty?
Because
But
I think we only got something like that once with Royce, Tory Lanez, and what's that boy named Jordan Lucas? But I know you're gonna say no one cared about
oh yeah,
that though.
yeah.
Even though a lot of
I
people
was
really
it. I
don't
was
care about this one,
yeah.
but
Yeah, people
yeah.
don't really care for this one either. But I think it's all fun. It's like side quests. It's just side
Yeah.
quests.
Oh, like Logic?
Bro, speaking of Logic, I listened to his track he put out. He put out a track. It wasn't bad. I was like, dang, I kind of like this. I think he sampled did they sample it was a was he they sample Kick Push? It wasn't bad. I was like, dang. I kind of admit, I kind of like this Logic track. I'm about to
I
send it
didn't
to you.
hear it.
But
Yeah.
he's not on his Playboy Cardi. She's actually Logic. But
Okay, good.
but bro, this freestyle was so dope. I really
Hmm.
loved I like the back and forth they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it had to happen. It had to happen. I'm like, you can't have Absol and Joey in the same room and not mention what was going on with the West Coast Dick
Yeah.
Licking line. So
Hmm.
but like this freestyle spun other stories be around the hip hop and the internet right now. And we got to respond. We got a response 24 hours later from friend of the
Ravon.
show. He checked out the show. He's into his album came into the Rolodex of BBCs, and we both liked the album. And he said he felt
Hmm.
a little slighted, but bro, hey, it's all positive here, man. We liked your project, bro. We just we have critiques, but yeah, man, he stepped out with Whole Arab B. So what you think about Whole Arab?
B, I heard it, and I'm just like, it's one of those things where you could tell someone's like kind of emotional, and not emotional where they're spiraling, but you not holding that firm grip or stance like Joey was in terms of like presence and keeping it calm, cool, collected, and it seemed just calculated. This felt very responsive rather than let me spin the narrative. And I think the worst part about
Hmm.
Rayvon is Joey is punching down in this situation because Rayvon, it's going to be harder for you to get a one up on someone like Joey, kind of like how it is with Kendrick Lamar, because it's like Joey, we don't know a lot about his personal life besides maybe that divorce that he recently went through. Maybe, I think.
Joey
Besides
had a
that,
divorce.
I think I could be quoting that wrong, or it could have been drama stuff that pops
Mhm.
up on the timeline. Besides that, what can you really say bad about Joey? Joey has great projects. He's cemented as a blog era legacy act.
Hmm.
He has a great discography. He's done really well with his
Hmm.
acting career. It's like,
Hmm.
what are you going to say to Joey that's really going to make me be like, oh, you can really spin that really well. It's gonna be hard. Can it be done? Yes, but it's gonna be very hard, especially with someone newer like Ray Vaughn, where it's like, what are you going to do? Because Ray Vaughn to me, I'm not saying he's a bad lyricist or anything, but he's not the best. And he hasn't done anything to where he's like, oh, he's convincing me or swaying me to some type of way to make me like, oh, okay, I see where you're going at with this. He does have some cool lines here and there, like the whole Ice Spice is the king of New York thing. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. Dropped a 3 little track EP and Negro That Sucked. Seen what happened last time in the active beef with rapper. How you on TV and your homie using CapCut? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really get that one because I was like, who's using CapCut? Like, who's he
Oh,
talking about? You talking about
CJ
CJ Fly?
Fly.
Okay.
Yeah, CJ Fly.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch that video if he did put one up.
Hmm.
But you said Dot didn't respond. Now you trying to call Cole out? Dumb A. It's like this feels like a
Hmm.
henchman trying to go after a mob boss. You get what I'm saying? B?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, it was like his narrative. It's gonna be hard for him to spin there. He's just gonna have to try to throw shots at somebody of their accomplishments and things like that. Because you don't really have nothing to, you can easily get little broed in this situation. Because like Joey said, you punching up. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it's like it's hard. When you punch up, it's I don't know. It's just it don't hit the same. Like when we make fun of rich people, it's like okay, but
Yeah,
when
because
they
we
punch
all
down at
agree.
us, it's like, dang, that's kind of
Facts.
hard. But
Oh,
that's what
but
a lot of
this is
comedians
also a
do this
bad
day.
thing, B. Baby
What?
teeth, you ain't even got a plaque yet.
Oh, yeah, boy got a big plaque. He got like a diamond plaque
The
with
rock star,
Rockstar with Post
Post
Malone,
Malone. Which I'm just like,
21 Savage.
Rayvon, you didn't want to fact check that before you put that out, especially as your opening bar?
But he mentioned his freaking Devastated track. That's platinum, right? That's a plaque too.
Yeah, I think
Even he
so.
got
It's
gold. He
definitely
got
up there.
gold. I think he got gold plaques as well with other tracks he has. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. He was just yapping. He was just yapping on here, and it was just hard for me not to. I know the regional sounds. It was just hard for me not to pull away from this and not think that he's tried to lot not like us with the style of production, the hook. I don't
I
really
agree.
care for hooks when it comes to battle rap, and I know the direction he was trying to go. And I'm like, people was kind of coming at me online when I was saying he could have kept this right here. Like it just
Mhm.
it was not it just didn't have no much punch on it. You know what I'm saying? It was a little song with a little hook, and I'm like, yo, this is not gonna work. Like it's cool bait. You try to bait him like, oh, you talking about who I am, but I was writing for your fiance, your baby moms or whatever. But it's like, bro, you gotta this not gonna hit like that, bro.
And
I just
then
when I heard
I'm
it,
looking at the
I was
chorus,
like,
B.
"Ah, yeah,
I'm looking at the chorus. A H word E.
yeah.
You replace that J with a H.
With Hoey. He said,
Yeah, and I
"Hey
get it,
Hoey,
I
are you
guess.
stupid? Are you dumb? Popping it and swimming it. Pop a 20v1. Hey Hoey, you are finished or you done? We don't give a F. You're wrong. Where you from? Where you from? I don't know. It just
It felt
there
very
was
6ix9ine-ish, so I guess you're making fun of him like that, right? But then it's like, are you trying to play on like the Mexican thing where it's like they pronounce the J's as H's, and so that's what you're trying to lead up to? It's like
I don't think it was that deep. I think he was just trying to be. It
I'll
was
try.
like
I'll try
a.
to pull.
It was like a OVO, over the vaginal options. It was like OV ho. It was just that. It was just Hoey badass. It was just
Mhm.
OV ho. That's it. That's all it was. Uh, the track it just didn't. To me, it's not a diss track, bro. Like, not saying he's not dissing him. I'm just saying it just didn't. It wasn't
It
that.
didn't land. It didn't
Nah,
punch.
know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm like, nah, bro. And I know that when I hear something, I'm like, nah, if I don't run it back immediately, bro, I didn't play this back till today because of this video. Cause I'm like, I can't, it just didn't hit for me. That's when I know your diss track wasn't, because every time I hear a diss track and it's scathing or something in it, I always repeat it. Bro, when I knew when we gonna talk about it, but when I knew I heard that, I'm like, hey yo, hey yo. But now I'm like, nah, Rayvon, you gotta come harder than this, bro. If you
That, but
trying to
go
what?
ahead, B. Go ahead if you trying to what.
Now I'm just saying, like the thirst or the hunger, you are younger, younger in this hip hop game. You try to make a name for yourself. I think you're gonna have to bar him, bro. You gotta get hit him with some bars, bro. Like this whole bouncy feeling, bro. This just wasn't gonna cut it. Cause like you gotta think about it. When Kendrick hit us with the Not Like Us, he already gave us all the other styles
Hmm.
he hit Drake with. And also we familiar more with his game. So we heard this, it was just like you just riding somebody else's coattail with with the way you tried to go with this with this beef. You know what I'm saying? With this
Mhm.
choice of production, the hook and all that. It's like you trying to make a bop. Like, nah, bro. Hey, you didn't
Yeah,
hit it, bro. Nah,
facts. Hey,
you
what
didn't hit
Charlamagne
that,
say?
bro.
Yeah, that ain't it, bro.
Nah,
That
that
ain't.
ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
There
That
are
ain't
some
it.
cool lines that I did like skeletons inside my closet playing Bone Thugs. That and why you going after diet? He think he Pac-Man. Woo. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I like them two lines. Those two lines was pretty cool. But Goofy, don't let power get your TV turned off. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Or every verse, hey, what the BBL cost? I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was just he was doing his little jokes. It's some stuff that was funny, like I was saying, little clever things, but it's like it's just what this gonna do when you punching up like this. You gotta if you're gonna punch up at him, he has to have way more dirt on him for you to like make fun of stuff. But you making fun of somebody's successful like acting career, it's like quit rapping. What do you say? Quit acting. Get active. I'm like he's living, he's working, like he's acting, like that's dope. Don't let the power turn get your TV turned off. It's like, come on, bro. You throwing at him as
And I,
a him. I don't know. It's just like
oh,
how
but B,
you
you didn't get the Goofy movie reference with Goofy and Power? Come on, B, you didn't get the reference, B? You didn't get the double entendre?
come on, B. Nah, man. Hey,
What
rock
about
him.
B?
Suck. What do you say? Rock him. Stupid ass nigga think he rock him. TDE superstars jealous. He ain't locked in. I done put so many caps. I got a med school, bullets flying. But sounds like a Neptune. That was kind of cool. I'm like, okay, damn, that was a cool little, Neptune. They got all the little
B,
scientific sounds and shit. But
I know we've talked about this before. West Coast getting seasoned. Now you heavy on the salt. The West Coast ain't up. Kendrick is up.
Kendrick up, bro. Even Snoop said the West up now, bro. I'm Snoop Dogg kicking down your little fort. That was fire. I like that. That was funny. The baby boy reference of like,
Mhm.
because you could take it anyways. You could of Snoop knocking down the buildings or knocking down the fort. You know what I'm saying on
Mhm.
Baby Boy. 'Cause get active. Stop acting. So I don't know.
Yeah. Let's get on to the real
Let's
meat
talk
and
about hey, let's
potatoes,
talk
B.
about the real beef, B. Let's talk about
we
the real
was trying to
diss track.
stretch that one. We was trying to stretch
Yeah,
that one.
we
Let's get to
yeah,
the real
this one,
thing.
yeah.
God dang it, Joey Bada is the finals. He ended this because this was the final track. He named it.
B.
He perfectly named this. This is all we needed. Produced by Boy Wonder, Fierce. Who else produced this? Coleman and Dirtwork. God dang it. What kind of top dog is you? You more Shih Tzu. You was cloned in the lab, dog. You artificial. I was like, God dang, Joey. This boy Joey felt focused. That's why I could put this right here, B. He's like, yo, I really gotta get on you right now. Don't make me do this. And then he just started going at him,
Mm-mm.
B. He said, you known for your label, not because you're artificial. Jesus. He said, I ain't gonna talk about how broke you are to fix you, because when I said shots at you, it'd be hard to miss you. Oh my gosh, B. This boy was going at it. He said, you all bark, no bite, but his dog's gonna holler. Caught a couple strays. Now it's time I put him on a collar. I'm like,
Hollow.
oh. And then obviously, your next Negro getting dropped off the top roster, and I'm gonna be the reason.
Reason, bro. What's that?
Obviously, reason took a
Uh
bit of offense to it. Offensive quotations.
bro, Joey just dismantled him, bro. He little dude, bro. You take this angle, the big bro angle. Like, man, come on, bro. I'm a veteran, bro. I've been in here. I'm a hard nosed vet. Like, I've been here. So he could take this angle, flip the narratives way better. Cause to me, he
Mhm.
has when you like more established in any like arena, you always have a leg up into me into like a beef or anything, in conversation. Cause like, bro, you don't know as much as I know. You haven't done. I'm more seasoned in this game. You're not. Me and we're not. What they say. We're not equally yoked. We're
Yeah.
not. If you want to battle with somebody like Joey in your situation, Rayvon, you got to take the route of just like I'm a rap better than you. That's why it's like, why are you trying to make a bop and try to throw jabs? It's not gonna work. Because if he do the same thing, he could little bro you. So you gotta rap against him. He rapped against you, double entendres, multiple schemes, and he little broed you at the same time. You tried to make a bop, throw disses, and not out rap him. No, bro. You try to have a little roast off.
And
Nah,
then the
B.
worst part be you rapping with a lyricist. Stop
It's a,
it.
Like he had to come a little different. He had to go a little different with this. What else that boy Joey say,
He
B?
he said, "Signed for 5 years. Had your biggest moment for me. Can't nobody name a single song you ever released. Even Crash Out wasn't your original beat.
So
Oh, every time Joey dropped, you see, he eats."
so look. Another thing Joey did perfectly. He didn't waste a bar. He didn't waste a line. Everything was potent. So when you go to the lyric breakdown, everything is like highlighted because everything means something.
Uh-huh.
When Rayvon rapped, everything didn't mean something. It was filler in between there. You had to do a hook. You had to make a hook. Think about it. This dude didn't even hook you. He just rapped, and everything meant something.
Oh, he hooked him all
That's
right, B. Yoink.
yeah. He hooked him. He talked about boxing too, but I'm just saying he didn't even have to do a freaking hook. No course. You had to put filler because you had nothing else to say, bro. I had to make a, and it wasn't even that catchy. So I'm like, bro, B, what else Joey cooked him with, B?
Man, look, he says, what he said, I did more for you than the whole of TDE. Too bad, Negro. You should have been signed to
To
me.
me.
Somebody tell Tom we about to start TDE. Uh-oh, then he brought the real hip hop words out, B. Funny how they got to use the pro name for promo. On the low, though, I really think you Negroes is homo. The way you let that meat sit in your mouth. Hey, yo,
See,
this
that's
that same meat
me
licking
licking
I was
up.
talking
Talking
about.
about B. Every line meant something. Come on, man. Come
Joey
on.
was killing him. B. I'm like, the worst part is it's like you're not even spinning the narrative. We've been saying it feels like you a henchman right now. Like, what are we doing right now?
And
Like,
it
yo,
was
you're trying to fight Kendrick right now. You need to fight me. That's like Batman. That's like a goon talking to Batman. Like, it's like, no, like I'm going after the Joker, not you. What are you talking about right now?
he got to understand what he is when it comes to this situation. You're a henchman. You're like a D-lister. Like you like those smaller rappers that you could just be like, oh, get out the way. It's multiple. It's multiple of those. When you get high up the rank, it's less. So, bro, it's multiple of you. At this
Mhm.
time, he's just gonna be, yeah, like he said, I gotta fight a few bums to be king. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. The higher I get up the ladder, the lesser it comes. But it's multiple of you, bro. Build you some rank before you trying to come at me. That's all it
Mhm.
is. Come on, Rayvon.
Now,
Hey,
B,
or
you know what he should have done?
Gayvon. What's up? What happened for you?
He should have said something about how his acting career obviously is easily better than, his
His
rapping
music career,
career.
yeah.
And then be like, oh, but you're not even that good of an actor. He should have done something to spin the narrative like that. Like it just, and then look, he was talking about what is it? You want me to buzz? I'm light years beyond Ray.
Yeah.
Want me to engage? So you mentioned my
My
fiance.
fiance.
Hey, clearly I ain't scared to get in the
Get
ring. I
in.
mean, even Javante had to fight a couple bums just to get
Bums,
in.
bro.
I know. Hey, B, that real New Yorker, sugar in your tank, but you ain't no Sugar
Yeah,
Ray. Vaughn,
yeah.
gay Vaughn, you
But
touching up with them pillow hands. You ain't even a middleman. You just a little man.
little bit.
With their feet, we throw hands like Rayman.
Rain
Oh my
Man.
God, B.
Eh,
I'm like,
bro.
yo, see, that's the schemes I like when you respond literally to
Mhm.
something from the last one. Obviously, Rayvon had a gaming scheme. Now
Yeah.
Joey replied with another gaming scheme. I'm like,
Then
God
he
dang it.
then he had the crazy like when he said I wouldn't talk about your pockets, but hey man, you gonna need an opposition just to see Ray Bans?
Rayman.
Bro, the other one, you fetch a coffee for your CEO, because judging by the numbers, clearly I can see he owed. Like, come on, bro. Oh my, bro, he was going
I didn't know
in,
Joey could
bro.
get in the bag like this. It's one of them things like Kendrick. It's like Kendrick, we know you a
Mm.
lyricist. I didn't know you was gonna get in your bag like this to make fun of them. It's like, dog, Ray Vaughn, you brought the monster out. You shouldn't have been doing this.
He say, bro, this all I needed because it's the finals. There's nothing else I have to say to you, bro. Bro had, like I'm saying, each line meant something, and that's what I like. Like, don't waste
Mhm.
it. Don't waste it. We don't need no filler. And even he ended it. He ended off with letting them know like who's my target, who I want to battle with, who I want to
Mhm.
display my skill to, and that's Kendrick Lamar. I've been a beast with these flows, nigga. You can ass die, kill him Ali. Yeah, Illuminati Part Two.
Illuminati.
Yeah, that was my last shot. And it's a difference between the ruler's back. Let's be clear. I salute you, Kenny, but I know you you well aware. You looking for some competition, then I just know that I'll be right here. Like he just, hey bro, like I just finished this nigga, and I'm letting you know I'm here for you.
Hmm.
Like everything I say gonna mean something. Y'all talking about, oh, Ruler's back. He's throwing shots at Kendrick. He's like, bro, I was really throwing shots on my reply back to the Control verse. That was a little different. That was my first shot. Ruler back wasn't even my second shot.
Facts.
So just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. Y'all really want me to go at him? I'm letting them know. So what do you think, right? What you think about the people saying Kendrick shouldn't respond to him? Which I don't believe he will, but
I don't think Kendrick will respond to him. And I've said it before. I don't necessarily care if Kendrick will respond to Joey or not. I hate the people that try to pose it as oh, well, Joey isn't as big as Kendrick, so he shouldn't be, mentioning someone like Joey. And it's just like, but they come from the same class. They was all on one train together. You guys ain't really hip hop. Why are you guys playing a popularity contest now? Like, to me, it's different because Joey and Ray Vaughn are from two separate generations. Ray Vaughn's from the TikTok generation. Joey is from the blog era. Him and Kendrick came up together in the blog era. Joey has one of the best projects coming out of the blog era with 1999, a legacy project itself. Look, and they all have a song with each other as a posse cut with their contemporaries. Joey, Kendrick, Big Crit, ASAP Rocky, Action Bronson.
Action Bronson, yep.
I'm like, yes, it makes sense for if Kendrick wanted to
Mac
go
Miller.
at Joey, or Joey wanted exactly. It makes sense for them wanting to go against each other because they're from the same class, they're from the same era, they're contemporaries, they're peers together. But do I think that Kendrick needs to go at Joey, especially while he's on tour? Let Kendrick finish off the tour. I know you said this before. Shout out to the boy Kiko. He said this before as well. There is no time limit on responses. There is no time limit on beef. When something drops, people are going to be active. People are going to be watching it. I don't think Kendrick needs to reply to this. If he does, I'll be here for it because I would love to see these two lyrically spar against each other. Do I think he will respond to it? No. It would be a very fun battle to see. I just don't think Kendrick's going to respond to him. Do I need Kendrick to respond, though? No.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because Drake and Kendrick are more on the same level when it comes to popularity, achievements, awards, and just the looks that they are getting. They are way more mainstream in the mainstream. Joey has one song that will hit radio that a lot of people know, but I think the song is actually bigger than Joey, Devastated. But Kendrick wanted Drake. And to me, Kendrick is a bit more intentional. That's the best way I could put it. He's not just trying to diss with everybody because I think Kendrick sees the value in what he's doing and what he's trying to do. Him going at Joey is like, okay, but what do I gain from this? Like, yeah, it can be some friendly competition, but I wanted the big guy. I fought the dragon already. I don't really want to fight. Like, you was on my level. We both started off in Skyrim as level 1 soldiers, but I'm like level 100. You level 75 now. There's no point in me fighting you right now. Like, I'm doing bigger and better things. I want to fight the dragon.
Facts. And there's one thing we didn't mention. I bet you don't even got his number.
Crash. I want to sleep on the couch. No, hey, man.
Now that narrative right there hurts you right there. I bet he heard that like, dang, I don't have his number.
Facts. So doing all this whooping and whining. Hey, that's why. Hey, Joey, I'm whipping feet.
Bro, be hitting Kendrick up on Messenger, Facebook Messenger.
Nah, he be in the comment section of Instagram. Me, hey, bro, that was a dope song, bro. Hey, keep calling him, bro.
Hey, big bro, tap in. Tap in, big bro.
Hey, Raymond, I call him Kendrick Big Bro.
Hey,
look, don't you got a co-sign off of?
That's what I'm saying. Kendrick didn't even share his project, so know, bro. Bro. Come on, how you gonna share Doechii project on the burner though? On the burner account.
Jojo Ruski.
You could shout out Lil Raven. Kendrick did something for us that don't have that. So let me chill out, bro, because I know what he meant by that, my man.
But we gotta go to the real diss track, the Dead Apple.
Hey,
Reason felt some
is it a reason? Is it a reason?
No, not at all. And then the worst part is both Reason and Ray Vaughn tried to be like Kendrick Lamar from the last beef. Reason tried to have 3 beat changes in this one. Ray Vaughn tried to do it Not Like Us on his diss track. See, this doesn't help y'all's narrative. This doesn't help the narrative that's going against y'all with the West Coast meat licking right now. B, how'd you feel about this diss track overall? Reasons the Dead Apple.
I think it was no reason for him to rap.
I agree.
Speaking from a guy that's name wasn't dropped, but I think he's fit to drop an album. He's recently off TDE. He has to put himself out there. Let me put myself in this little back and forth from Joey in the West Coast. So Reason jumped in here. First beat was cool. He was rapping. I'm like, all right, cool. You take this angle, just rapping, kind of break down, New York. But when he got in that second beat and tried to get into his whole Baby Keem stuff, I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, here you go. Uh-oh, they finna get like Baby King. I shot in the wreck enough. Then the fuck you mentioned. I with the Trump. I'm like, all right, bro. Then they go, I'm like, bro, we know what you finna do. Just stop it. It's not, no, we ain't good fellas. I'm Joe Pesci. You a nigga man. But I'm like, come on, bro. Get out of here, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop this. What did Baby King do to these people, bro? What this?
Hey, that new flow, B. That little fun, sporadic flow. That's what it is.
It just don't sound right, bro. And Reason, bro, like I understand you like, oh, you mentioned my name, you was heartbroken was kind of crazy. Like,
Facts.
bro, you
That's
should
kind
have
of
just
nasty.
said nothing, bro.
B, he
It's like,
had one
bro,
line directed to him, and it was a clever line. Like,
yeah, it was just a clever saying, I'm gonna be the reason. That wasn't even a shot at you, it was wordplay.
yeah. But B, the same problems I have with Ray Vaughn, the same ones I have with Reason. He doesn't have a commanding presence. His voice didn't
Mm-mm.
feel like he was really in it. I'm like, Reason, clear your throat. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like he's rapping with phlegm in his throat right now. I'm like, my Negro, clear your throat. And like I said, to me, he tried to copy the Euphoria line. Now, the one thing I did like that Reason put in here when he put the mace, hey, we're not your little
Your little
Negroes.
bro, we're not your
Yeah,
little niggas.
I like that moment from It Is What It Is podcast,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like I said, he tried to do the Euphoria thing where he has a slow beat at the beginning, nothing really happening, and
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to poeticize you to death. And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
let me guess, this is about to change it to two different beats, ain't it? And guess what, B? It changes into two different beats. I'm like, all right, Euphoria Junior. This is like a Euphoria wannabe. This is the great value Euphoria. You know what? What's lower than great? This is a Dollar General Euphoria right here. Because what are we
Mm-hmm.
doing right here, B? Dear Joey Joe, I expect my name to be spoken. That ish really hurt my heart. I could truly say that it's broken. B, this is so ABC to the 1, 2, 3. What the F are we doing right now?
Oh my God,
And
B.
then always never been dropped. Had to slide for my interest. Let up 100. Ask God as my witness. Stepping on my own because I need my percentage. Unique chain, boy. I'm cold, independent. B.
God. And I'm not trying to slight Reason, bro, but it's like, come on, man. Like,
I want
it
him to
was
win,
one.
B.
It was one. I do too. Like,
I want him to
I
win as an
will.
artist, but this I
Yeah,
don't want you to win in this because there's no point of you being in this.
it's just the whole West Coast. They just a lot of the guys trying to just hop on this. I'm like, come on, man. Like, let 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 the shots that's been shooting at, let it go to him. I understand the whole West Coast boy, but we knew what he was really talking about. He wasn't
Hmm.
talking about the West he was talking about Kendrick. So
Hmm.
we know that because what else the West been doing? Like we said this before when all this came out. So now all West Coast rappers all trying to crip walk their way to the mic and for you to say something.
Hmm.
Get back. If y'all want Kendrick, y'all savior. If y'all want him to speak, let him speak. If y'all know he
Well, B,
not, why
remember
y'all
he
trying
has
to
the tools. He has the
huh?
tools to help
Yeah.
you, B. He has the tools
Oh
to
yeah,
help
he
you,
do,
but
bro. He do.
you didn't choose to take the tools.
Damn, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Reason you just you had no reason to rap. Like, come on, man. It's like the whole even when J. Cole, remember I say, yo, J. Cole don't really need to say anything.
Hmm.
We need Drake to speak. This is to Drake.
Hmm.
It's like one of those. And here come all these little minions. But you had people I never heard of from the West Coast popping up. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like this nigga not gonna respond to y'all. Like he don't want to talk to y'all.
Hmm.
Like when you say the West is one person,
Yeah.
it's not a
Excluding
group of
Tyler the
y'all.
Creator.
Facts, because y'all don't, he's from the West, but he ain't from he ain't Western
He ain't repping
sounding.
it like that. Yeah.
Right.
I think the thing
So
is, B, we got to look at it from the logistical standpoint and a business standpoint. These guys, they're not doing numbers. No one talked about Reason's project except for us. No shot to
hmm
Reason, but also the project wasn't good like that. Um, I think it's just all for promo. They're trying to get their name buzzed around. I saw like a Reason put this up on YouTube. I saw that was number 28 on trending in music on YouTube. So this is a good look for Reason because it's
it's
going to get more
dropping low
eyes on him.
28. It's
It
dropping.
was trending 28. It was trending like you
Oh,
know how
okay.
like you got the I think Joey was like ranked 14 maybe or
hmm
Ray Vaughn's this was ranked 14. But yeah, This is to get their name trending. This is a buzz. This is a publicity stunt. This is just a NFR Kirko post away to help get their names buzzing within the algorithm so people can start checking them out. This is all a money play. Ray Vaughn, Reason, it doesn't feel like your heart's in it. Joey's a seasoned vet. He didn't need to do this, but like Reason said, he said when Joey speaks, everybody eats. So everybody's really eating off of the Joey stimulus pack right now. Uh, I don't know why y'all are helping feed into his narrative of there's a lot of West Coast meat licking. It's a 20v1 and it's all from just West Coast artists.
Yeah.
Y'all are not helping his point. I mean, y'all are helping his point.
We also gotta understand. People saying how like, man, they're gonna let Joey stand alone. The East Coast of New York, they're not gonna say nothing. Y'all gotta look, Cali, bro. It's a drought. It's a drought. Them niggas don't be getting no rain. They thirsty over there. They need some water, so they gonna hop on
Mhm.
anything they can.
It's looking like Arizona over there.
So they hopping on anything, bro. That's so crazy. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like, you didn't have to say anything. Reason we didn't even need this.
I
And then
keep
he had
saying
to
it
put
like
the,
this, B.
but hey, Raven, I'm not trying to get in the middle. I'm like, bro, yes, you are. Yes, you are. It was just clever play with words.
Mhm. B. Like I said before, and like I said again, you know when you playing a Batman Arkham game and you got the room full of goons and you just Batman? Right now, these are the room full of goons and Joey is Batman. He's just taking them all
Mm.
one by one easily. He not even have to press the triangle button to counter them. It's just slap, 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 one
He,
hit shots. It's like Jesus.
yeah, I think he's done with this regard. He put the finals. I don't think he's gonna reply. He's definitely not gonna
Mhm.
say nothing to Reason. So Reason just made him just threw
He
him
doesn't have
threugh
a
his.
reason to.
I know what I'm saying. He just threw his little arms in a fight. His little, like, come on, man, get out of here. I'm on the comments on here and I see Screwface. Hip hop is a sport. I'm like, bro, get up out of here.
You gotta protect hip hop, B. You gotta protect it. You gotta protect it with the Kendrick Superman.
Oh yeah, the mouth wide open.
Yeah.
Have you seen a? I hate that his videos be popping up in my freaking
Oh, mine don't.
recommendations.
I took I was it. Don't recommend this channel.
Yeah,
I've
man.
muted him, Busby. I think the Dre Eats dude and that certified boogeyman guy on Twitter.
Also, you didn't see my response to Busby the other day.
Oh no, because I got Busby muted. But then again, I probably wouldn't have seen yours. But what'd you
I'm,
say?
s- you could, if you have some more stuff to say, I'm gonna find it real quick just
Yeah,
to see.
I feel sorry for Reason because one, he shouldn't just be in this. He has no reason to, pun intended.
Mhm.
Um, there was no point of this. Like I said, money play. I kind of feel sorry for Reason because he did put up a vinyl for his latest mixtape, limited to 300 copies. That thing has not sold out and it's been up for like 2 or 3 weeks now. I might have to pity by that just because it's like I feel bad. But
Okay,
I need this stuff to be on streaming though. I do need this stuff to be on
yeah,
streaming.
I found it,
Mainly the
bro.
finals. Go ahead.
This what he said. He was like, and I have to stress this again. Kendrick is a Pulitzer. Oh my God, I always mess this word up. Huh? What'd you say?
Pulitzer.
Yeah, Pulitzer Prize writer, which means his pen is on a whole other level. That I'm not sure other MCs can comprehend. Kendrick will hurt Joey's feelings. I'm just saying. And I was just like, I'm not saying that he's not a good writer, but you using that award to say he could out rap someone is crazy. Bro, these people gotta understand they probably didn't even know what a Pulitzer Prize was before Kendrick won it. They don't even stand about how a lot of people that some people that won that award and talk about how it's this really pretentious award and it don't really mean shit. A lot of people, a good amount of artists, jazz musicians, writers that won it even talk about it. Like they don't even care about it. But these Kendrick fans and this Busby guy, like I usually never used to see him. They talk about this award like it means that Kendrick can get on the mic and just embarrass anybody when he raps because he won this award. That means nothing. That award mean nothing. Y'all put validation in awards is crazy. Rap battling has much more to do than just writing and rapping. It's presence. You know what I mean? It's either trolling, it's all this type of stuff. It's a lot of things that Kendrick incorporated in his battle. But a lot of things that Kendrick uses stuff that other people already use as well. It's not that Kendrick did that was like out of his world. You know what I mean? It just was we wanted these two people to go at it. Kendrick won. Drake strategy was horrible. He wasn't prepared. So we gotta understand that as well. Joey, in the other hand, I think that he's prepared to battle Kendrick. And I think that's why he's baiting him. Kendrick threw the bait at Drake. Usually when people throw the bait and try to grab it, they have some type of plan, what they're gonna do. When it comes to people that's kind of established.
Mhm.
Bro, this war don't mean crap, bro. I hate when they do this. B, what this war means, B? Does this mean he gonna win in a rap
Well,
battle, B?
well, B, this means that Biggie was never a good lyricist.
Mm-mm.
Nas was never a good lyricist. Rakim, who changed the game for lyricism, isn't a good
Mm-hmm.
lyricist. Big Daddy Kane, DMX, Prodigy, um, Andre 3000 and Big Boy. I think I
Mm-hmm.
already said Jay-Z, Nas,
Yeah.
Absol. Uh,
B,
none of these
you,
guys
B,
are
B,
lyricists, B.
you could just stop 101 because Kendrick's the only rapper to ever won one.
That's
Because
what I'm
maybe
saying.
his,
So there's no such
yeah,
thing as a lyricist besides Kendrick
or,
because of
or,
that award.
or a phenomenal writer.
Yeah,
Just hip hop.
we've never had
He's
that
just
till
the number
Kendrick.
one.
We
Come
never
on,
had that till
man.
Kendrick. That's what
Come
that
on,
award
bro.
means. Which I don't think they realize what awards mean. You have to submit your project for an award.
A lot
B,
of these rappers probably didn't submit nothing. And Kendrick won an
why?
award. They submitted through Damn. Like if it was To Pimp a Butterfly, I understand way more as well. But like Damn is a good album. But I'm like, okay, you won that prize for Damn?
Yeah, for a pop
Okay.
album. Look, you want it for a pop album?
like bro, I don't know, bro. I'm sick of
Yeah,
these people, bro. I
yeah.
might
That's
have
why I
to,
stopped. That's why I've been muting people. I don't block people because I'm always open for the discussion. But I mute. I mute. I don't want to see you on my
yeah.
timeline anymore because like I said earlier this weekend, you guys ain't hip hop fans. You guys are just shading fans disguised as hip hop fans. You guys just want drama. That's all y'all want.
That's
Y'all
all
don't
they
really
want,
care.
B.
As soon as y'all start bringing in awards and stuff like that,
Yeah.
B, like, come on, B, like that's not for the culture. We always know that people like us have been excluded from these award shows, have been done dirty by these award shows. Heck, are you telling me The Heist is a better album than Good Kid, Mad City since that won a Grammy over Good Kid, Mad City?
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Since we're gonna start pulling out awards and stuff,
Don't validate these awards, bro, because you're gonna have to use it. You're gonna have to use it on all
you
across
got
the
to use it
board.
across the board. You got to be even with it. You can't use it when it's only up to your advantage. Because to
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm not gonna lie, Alligator Bites Never Heal to me was not the best rap album of the year. We know how the
Mm-hmm.
politicking works on the game, B. I just don't get it with these guys, B. I really don't. But anything to prove your point, though. Anything to prove your
Mm-hmm.
point, and anything to do all this West Coast meat looking, really Kendrick meat looking.
Be
Anything to
picture
do that.
Drake. Drake didn't win one, but what if he won a Pulitzer Prize for a song,
Oh my
album?
god.
They a crap on that award. Like it don't mean nothing. It's not
Mm-hmm.
prestigious,
Mm-hmm.
bro. All right. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, bro, how long we been yapping, bro? We went for what, like three
I
hours,
don't know.
bro.
Maybe. It,
We been
it, it-
going.
yeah, it's time to start dwindling the show down. This is what happens when we start early in the day because
Yeah,
we
bro.
shooting on a different day than usual.
Yeah, we is going.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
that's about it for the show. B, you have any closing statements before we head out of here?
Man, I think great show today, man. Talking hip hop, talking music. We got battle. Like, yeah, this battle probably don't mean nothing, but it's still kind of fun to entertain and hear like these rappers spar, man. And what Joey did, he's been gone for the game, and he let you know, man, hey, he's still on his pen. He might be
Mhm.
acting, but he's still active. He's still active. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
there's only him and
Rayvon,
something him and Tupac know.
yeah, that's something him and Tupac know, bro. And I give shots to Rayvon for like, going out there. He's a younger artist and he's, trying to get some name recognition. He getting some views, people knowing his name now. And just he a young guy with he a little pup, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But it's dope. There's some that would be on him that we'll know. Like, hey, he got out there. He ready to battle. Like we know he's tested now, even though it's not like no full thresh battle, but we know he willing to rap. So I think that's dope. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. Oh yeah, and reason. Come on, bro. No reason. It's no reason. No reason. What's
Uh,
about you, B?
for me, Rayvon, I don't know why you chose to fight a losing battle. But I mean, hey, I don't give credit. for just trying, because you got to try and be logical with it. I know you miss every shot that you take, but you knew this was like you all the way in the nosebleed seats of the game, and you trying to make the shot. Come on
Mhm.
now, let's be logical. Let's be reasonable about this.
Hey, but
I'm just saying.
you got also understand no such thing as bad publicity, right? So he just put out a mixtape.
Hmm.
Now look, this probably the most viewed song he got.
And now people
So
gonna start
it's
looking into him.
yeah. So it's like you gotta put yourself out there. But what Joey said, don't disguise what thirsty for hunger.
Oh yeah,
What
don't
he said,
discuss.
don't
Yeah,
mistake. Yeah.
thirst for
So
hunger. Yeah,
yeah, that's
Joey.
a bar right there. That's a bar. That's a
Yeah,
bar.
Joey demolished them. Besides that, go listen to Control System, man. Such a great album. And that Snoop Dogg album, it should have been a crime that was even put out. But my name is Chase the Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.